everybody! Have you heard about the Drunken Peasants Patreon? It helps support the show while getting you some cool perks. Check it out! For $1 per month, you get to use our exclusive fan chat that appears at the bottom of the screen on every episode. For $5 per month, you get 2 new private shows, including Actual Mania, as well as our back catalog of private shows, plus all lower tier perks. For $10 per month, you get all of our monthly video content. This includes multiple post shows, our monthly reviews, our back catalog of all that content, plus all lower tier perks. For $15 per month, your name will appear in the ending credits of each DP episode, plus all lower tier perks. For $25 per month, you get to take part in our monthly booking committee hangout to help us book our Patreon content for that month, plus all lower tier perks. For $33 per month, you get an exclusive piece of DP merch each month, plus all lower tier perks. For $50 per month, you appear in the opening credits for each DP episode, plus all lower tier perks. For $100 per month, you get to join us as a guest on an episode of the Drunken Peasants podcast. Plus, you guessed it, all lower tier perks. Visit patreon.com/DP now to become a patron of the Drunken Peasants podcast.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants podcast. This is episode 1293. Back again for another Saturday bonus show. And as you can all see, we're already at 70% of the way to our goal. Thanks to all of you who have helped us get this far. We appreciate it. And if you want to help us get the rest of the way there, the next 30%, please click that link at the top of the chat to help us get there. Send us a couple messages while we're live. Also, you don't want to miss the pre-show. You should follow us on all of the various audio podcast platforms because we drop all sorts of insider info that we would never discuss here on YouTube. It's before all of our regular episodes, but only on the audio version. So you got to go on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Podcast Addict or wherever you're going to go to listen to us there. Because before this episode, which will be uploaded tomorrow, we talked about the documentary that I've been editing for almost 3 months now, where me and Jeff Holiday went to Portland. There's some weird insider information. We saw a crackhead fight. We saw all kinds of stuff happen. We saw a crackhead fight on a train. That's going to be part of it. It's almost done editing. I've been driving myself crazy. So many sleepless nights editing this shit. You don't want to miss it, but you'll get a little preview if you check it out. Yeah, so there's that. Please like the stream. And, yeah, we're going to get right into it. Some of the latest developments in the Cobraverse like we like to do. Let's check it out.
Let's get rolling on the tip train for the sweet boy.
Yeah! Thank you, Logic Blaster.
Could he disappear? Could he disappear?
Oh.
Could he disappear?
I forgot to plug something that I absolutely have to do. Look down in the description to this video, whether you're watching it live or after the fact. There is an open post on Patreon. I believe they changed the settings recently, which kind of messed things up for me the last time I did this, but I believe anyone, Patreon contributor or not, you should be able to leave a comment on this post. Please go there and leave a comment and give me your top 5 DP antagonists. Give me your top 5. And
all time.
Yes, of all time, from beginning to end, whether you're an old viewer from 10 years ago or a new viewer, in the last few years. Please go there, type them in. I'm going to be collecting that data and compiling a list so that around probably Wednesday of next week, we will have approximately 20 to vote on so that we can figure out the top 10 for our Patreon private show coming up this next Friday, where we will be, for once and for all, ranking the top 10 DP antagonists of all time. In honor
10
of the
years
10.
of Drunken Peasants. The top 10 most tense antagonists.
Yes. So please go there. Just go there. You know you want to. You might have to make an account. I think you have to at least make an account, but that's all. You don't have to pay anything. We're going to make this vote public until the final night when the patrons of the show get to vote.
Let's keep tickling to make the goal.
Thank you so much.
Joe was an antagonist. Yes, Joe was banned from the show for a while.
Technically, yeah.
Joe was banned from the show. Showed Pimp Monk his genitals.
I was sent this. I guess this is the temperature back where my parents live.
Why does it say that feels like temps?
Okay, so that means with wind chill factored in. Because the wind can get really strong, and when it's on the lake like that, it can pack a punch. So it's wind. Yeah.
I've been terribly cold this week. I think my feels like temps are that low too. Feels like it's negative 20 degrees out here. Oh, cold as hell.
All right, let's check out King Cobra and how he's doing.
Boom.
Yeah, Bush Peach Light, 6-pack of
Not a sponsor too.
Angry
Oh,
Orchard.
he's about to make cobbler. He's about to make vomit cobbler. He's got crisp apple and peach.
You know what he needs? Ooh. He needs some Fireball.
Yeah, that would give him a nice cinnamon apple peach. Peach and cinnamon, that goes into cobbler too.
At the
just throw some Fireball in there, Cobes.
At the Mariners baseball game, they were selling an Angry Orchard cider with a shot of Fireball. And when I ordered it, because I saw it on the menu, the dude that was like calling back the orders to the people that were getting them together said, hot apple pie. And I'm like, dude, that's amazing. I had never heard
hot
that.
Apple pie? Yeah, we would always call those angry balls.
Angry balls.
Yep, Fireball and Angry Orchard. You would drop a shot of Fireball into the Angry Orchard and then chug.
I like it separate.
Angry balls.
I would probably take the shot first and then wash it down with the.
That works. We were just in the mood to drop our angry balls. These whole shot. We used to do a lot of drops.
There was something balls. Do you remember Mad Balls? The toy Mad Balls.
Are those the little round baseball size things that have like monsters on them, or is that something different?
Well, Mad Balls were like literal balls that had like weird horror movie characters on them.
Yeah,
like that.
I remember those. Yeah, they had one that was actually a baseball, I think, too.
Yes, they did. They did.
Yeah, those were my little homies. I remember the big eyeball one. I used to have one of those. I would throw it around. I had no friends, so I just have to scare myself with them.
A little bit of that Budweiser.
Oh. Thank you, Spec, for signing up for the $10 Patreon.
Oh, that's going to be a beautiful, beautiful selection. This will last me for a couple days, you two.
No, it won't. No, it won't.
The thing is so free to feel the thing at all. Just fucking crazy, you can't feel the room.
Is this John Lennon?
that you to pick a career.
I actually watched the full unedited video yesterday. This is, an edit because it's Boglum Chronicles, but I watched the full thing. It's great because he realized he gets flagged or DMCA'd if he plays the song. So now he just wears earbuds and just sings it. And he's not like...
Smart.
The fun part of the game is to guess what song it is because he doesn't go, oh, okay, this is this song that I'm going to sing. So sometimes it's like you can't tell what song it is. It's pretty great.
As far as I can see, be prepared, Lion King lyrics.
Unless he does that.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Yes, you are. Pay attention.
Clint said that, a lot of his personality was informed by the Lion King when he was a little kid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cobes is a Disney babe.
You know what? I had the opportunity, but I mainly liked the Sword and the Stone and the Robin Hood Disney animated stuff. And then I liked some of the cross between live action and animated, like Song of the South. I had that on VHS.
Those were all before we were born, right?
Yes, way before we were born. Yeah.
Those were the ones where we
Black
weren't
Cauldron.
victims of marketing. So our parents had to introduce them to us. They're like, hey, check this out. I'm like, oh, cool. And every once in a while, you'd see a commercial that was like, from the vault, Disney's Sword of the Stone available. Only on VHS right now.
Sword in the Stone was great. But when you go back and watch it, you'll realize that the main character, young King Arthur, his voice changes several times throughout the show. And if you go and look, they had multiple people do the voice of King Arthur. He doesn't age significantly during the movie. I don't know why, because sometimes his voice sounds one way, and then other times you're like, what the fuck is that? That's a totally different voice. And even I noticed that as a kid. So I don't get it. Maybe someone got fired. I just don't understand why it was so noticeably different. Anyway. And by the way, Secret of Nim, totally different thing. Don Bluth took the Disney style and made it into a better art form, in my opinion. I know that sounds hipster as fuck, but I'm sticking to it.
You're just too cool for Disney.
I am. Yeah. No, I said I liked... Don Bluth was involved in both of the Disney, I believe. I think he was involved in both of those that I just named.
Somebody needs to do a Don Bluth cartoon of Cobra and call it All Bogs Go to Heaven.
Don is still alive, too. He's pretty old. I don't know if he works at all. I don't even know, but...
Well,
It's cold as fuck outside, so we're gonna make some nachos to warm our asses up.
Insane.
Spicy nacho Doritos.
I bet there's an artist good enough out there that could do Don Bluth style animation King Cobra.
Yeah.
You could probably just ask AI to do it, and they'll make us an entire movie.
Wow, dude, that would unbelievable.
This is someone needs to make one of those classic food group posters with all the food groups, but have a Boglum food group poster. That would sell gangbusters on a t-shirt.
Sharp cheddar to make it better. Spread the chips all over top of that cheese.
There are some people that are so healthy
So what I've always said about
that when they look
nacho-
like this looks like actual shit to them.
This does look like shit to me. I don't think I'm healthy, though.
Some people will look at this and they will look at it as if it is actual.
Oh, I don't mean literal shit.
Bile.
No.
Say, ugh.
Okay.
Ugh,
am I
bile.
super drunk? I'll eat the fuck out of this when I'm really drunk. You put that in front of me and I'm room is spinning kind of drunk. Yeah, I'll eat the shit out of that.
I just wish I was the type of healthy where my parents abused me as a child so that I would see this and I'd be like, ooh, gross. And I'd be like, ooh, broccoli, yay. I'm going to dip it in crescent water. I wish I had that sort of upbringing.
Always fucking layer your nachos. Yeah, one more little sprinkle of cheese won't hurt. Boop. Nachos.
My man.
Need to have layers.
Is he gonna microwave this for 6 minutes and 66
Frank's
seconds?
Red Hot buffalo sauce, or add a couple of capfuls of that on top. Delicately drizzle the sauce on top of our chips, man.
Gotta have that Frank's
Buffalo
Red.
Ranch Red Hot seasoning. Sprinkle that on there. We're gonna microwave it. Am I the only one?
His finger is still wrapped up from getting bit by that cat. He got bit by a cat, and his finger's been wrapped up ever since.
Nobody told me he got bit by a cat.
He got bit by a cat. He, like, I don't know how bad it is, too. Like, he could have got mangled by this cat. Who knows? And he's had this blue thing around his finger. I hope he cleaned it before he wrapped it up. Cats have, like, mouths that can infect a wound on a human pretty easily. So, what if he just got gangrene? Like, that's the end of Cobra on guitar, by the way. Like,
what if the cat got sick and died from biting Cobra?
Here with things like this, because let's go 2 minutes. See where that gets us. When you're making nachos, and they put all the stuff on top, but there's nothing on the bottom, it kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So layer your nachos. Chips, cheese, stuff on top. It's not that complicated, folks. And then while we're waiting for our nachos to cook up, we're going to crack open an ice cold bush peach.
Nachos are like a ogre.
I would have
like a boglum. They're layers.
Normally in the alcohol section at the store, if bush peach existed, I would have not even have noticed its existence. I would have just like deleted it like as soon as I saw it. But because of Cobra, I notice it every time now. And I'm like, maybe I need to get a 12-pack or whatever of this shit.
I think you have to get a 30-pack, right?
Is that the only size?
Well, I mean, what's the point of a 12-pack?
Because I don't want to drink 30 of those.
You gotta get a 30. You gotta get a 30, and you gotta open it up the second you see a Cobra video go live with one, and then you gotta try and finish yours before he finishes his.
Better not go live with your Bush Peach Light, boy.
Seth Look says he found a cat in a cage, got bit, then let it go out into the freezing Casper wasteland.
Yep.
Well, now that the cat has Cobra's scent on him, if the cat's out there and Puff is out there, Puff will smell Cobra's scent on the cat, and the cat could lead Puff back home.
Winning! But Cobra, how do we know when the nachos are done? Trust me, you'll know. That cheese roll's melted into an ooey gooey mess on top of your fucking chips. If you go to pull a chip up from your plate of nachos and you get massive cheese pull on that bitch, that's how you know they're done.
By the way, he's about to show his cheese pull in a minute here.
One in the chat if it's going to be a grease pull.
I gave it 2 minutes because there wasn't a whole lot of cheese on there to begin with, but just enough to make them into nachos. A little bit will do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, once we hit 75% of our goal, I got a special surprise for everyone. I got one of these. They're called Pioneer Squares. Did you know that there's like a weed product here called Pioneer Squares, Billy?
Yeah, they're ton of different flavors. Is that just one square?
Yeah, I just bought one. I
They usually come in a 10-pack.
Yeah. So I bought like a single. They're like Starburst almost. Not exactly, but kind of similar. Yeah. They won't let you shape them like gummy worms or gummy bears, so they're just like you got to make a square out of them. But yeah, this is like an edible. Once we hit 75%, I'll take this, and then I'll get ridiculously high. People seem to like that.
Layer your nachos. Chips, cheese.
I can't do more than 10 milligrams. I'm old. I can't do a crazy amount anymore. I'm too old.
Well, next time, do 10 of them and wear an adult diaper.
And then I'll poop myself. By the way, I watched an emo Howling Wolf video from the other day, and he basically said, like, naming our show.
Don't be a square. Eat a square.
There we go.
That's 75%.
He basically said he would murder us by shooting us in like a firing squad type setting.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Chips, cheese, microwave. The formula for perfect nachos. So when you get to the top layer of nachos, you got a second layer of nachos on the bottom.
Beep, beep.
Oh yeah, those are done.
It's time to see this cheese pull.
Those nachos
look
are
at that
done,
grease.
son.
It almost looks like lasagna.
The microwave, and look at this cheese.
A good nacho, a good poor man's nacho should be lasagna based with like a hint of a crunch. Everything should have been melted so hard and drizzled together that there's only a memory of a crunch.
It's melted on top. It's gooey, ooey, please me, tease me, squeeze me.
Hey.
Now watch this. You see that?
Okay.
Not quite
that wasn't really a cheese pull. It was slippery.
The cheese is melted on top of.
It was more of like a slime.
Here, just
but
nicely.
It's a cheese slime.
Yeah, guys, I don't do a lot of edibles because they just like fuck me up ridiculously dumb. I like to just smoke it or vape it. So when I do edibles, they do fuck me up. And I would just kind of like how Billy, the last time I saw him on edibles, I would be like dumb and like quiet and like question everything too much before I say it. Like that kind of shit. I can't do that. I can't take 13,000 milligrams like you all say.
Doritos, the
Ben
fuck
has
is
an
wrong
edible
with you?
complex.
Yes.
We ain't getting a cheese pull, but the cheese is perfectly melted.
Bumps. That was a little greasy cheese pile.
Fuckers.
I'm mad at it though. That's one of those Cobra meals that I wouldn't like be.
It's not his worst.
Wouldn't be worried about taking a bite of that.
Yeah, it's not his worst.
Fast back at it with another video. It is currently, what's the temperature outside? 0 degrees. Fuck off.
Oh, Puffsicle.
Just kicking back with an ice cold Bush Peach Light, and we're gonna do some stand up comedy.
Does he ever shotgun one? Oh, Cobra stand up. I'm in.
Yep.
Does he ever
Cobra's
shotgun these things?
No.
Hey, fucker. What's the deal with decorative towels? And you meet the assholes who are super anal about their decorative towels. They're like, please do not dry your hands off on the decorative towels.
He said super anal.
We have towels by the bathroom for that, by the bathroom sink for that. It's like, well, what's the point of having a towel in your bathroom if you can't dry your hands off on it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all Cobra's towels are decorative.
During the pandemic, you see people walking around in like trench coats like they're dealing drugs. But no, they're slinging toilet paper, dog. Like, what you need, man? Cha-cha-cha, ultra soft Charmin. Decorative towels. Like, what's the deal with the dogs humping your leg? Have you seen this? If I walk up to a chick at a bar and started humping her leg, I'd probably get maced in the face.
Yeah, without proper consent.
I gotta buy a chick drinks at a bar to get that to happen to me.
Dogs?
I like Walmart.
Always have consent, though. That's the law of the beast.
It's true.
Not a sponsor. Very convenient. Where else can you go to buy tampons, pads, a shotgun, a new pair of pants, and some ice cream, all in one convenient location? And fuck it, while we're there, grab some beer, too. 2 types of guys who are buying pads at the store. They're either buying it for their daughter because they're a single dad, or they're buying it for their woman. Why the fuck am I doing this crap? Single dad. Versus, why the fuck am I here? As soon as I go home, I'm going to get yelled at for buying the wrong kind. She's not feeling so pretty, so I'm going to get her some ice cream to cheer her up. Now, come to think of it, I could also use a new pair of pants. You might be from Wyoming if you like to drink beer and watch monster trucks.
I might be from Wyoming.
You know what kills me about alcoholism is people are just like...
You know what kills me about alcoholism?
The actual alcoholism is what kills
Yeah.
you.
Disease.
That or
powerless
cirrhosis
to
of
do
the
anything
liver.
about it. And I'm like, yeah, if I'm powerless to do anything about it, why the fuck am I at this AA meeting?
Ayo.
It's a disease. I'm like, bullshit. Cancer is a fucking disease.
Oh, you're going there.
Right.
All right.
So-and-so, how you doing? Just found out somebody I know has cancer. I'm pretty sad about it. How you doing? I'm pretty sick, too. I got alcoholism. How you doing? I'm pretty sick, too. Bartender, fix me another one. If you own a horse, you might be from Wyoming. If you ran into one of your exes at Loaf and Jug, you get a pack of cigarettes,
Oh my
you
God.
might be from Wyoming.
If you go to Loaf and Jug, you might be from Wyoming.
Oh, Boggle Chronicles, digging deep.
You got arrested on Christmas Eve at the Loaf and Jug for public intoxication. You might be from Wyoming.
So we got Martin Luther King Jr. coming up in 2 days. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is coming up in 2 days, and I'm all here to celebrate. In 2 days, I'm going to filter out my apple silk mead, and going to be tasty. All the caramel candies have dissolved. Last time I made this recipe, it's doing the same thing it did last time I made it. So it should be some tasty apple wine. Now, why do they call it the gynecologist? Guys don't have vaginas. That is some tasty brew. I tell you what, no respect. I know I ain't getting laid. The only one getting a piece of ass around here is my toilet. Because quite frankly, being able to pee standing up is a male privilege that I think a lot of men take for granted. Put that pie hi-hat back on here. Here we go. No, I actually feel sorry for women because I've heard women complain about their periods my entire life. And that can't be fucking easy. People are giving me shit about the cat that I rescued the other day.
That cat was, I think, a stray cat. I think they were trying to catch the stray cats.
You should get a cat.
Oh,
I'm
man.
like,
What if that cat was in the cage because it had like mange or something?
I don't know.
Or something, rabies, and Cobra's just walking around with the next COVID in his fingertip right now?
no. I want Puff back. I'm not going to find him in this crappy weather. You know? And it'll be a fucking miracle if Puff comes back alive at this point.
You think?
You know? I've been severely depressed over Puff, and I'm just trying to keep my head above the surface. You know, I can always get another pet, but that's kind of beside the point. But cats are fucking assholes. But no, cats are fucking assholes. But cats are assholes, dude. They really are.
He's not a cat fan, apparently.
Will he call a
If I
cat
was
an
living in
asshole
my
for the
dream
fourth time?
house and my wife had a book club, oh, trust and believe. I would come in with a prosciutto or whatever the fuck it's called, a tray full of
He wants to say a charcuterie board. He said a prosciutto, which is something
Which
that
could be on a charcuterie
yes.
crackers, grapes, cheeses, and meats. Excuse me. In the last 6 years of my dry spell, I've been doing some research on what makes the genders tick.
board. If my wife had a vegan book club, I would come in with a charcuterie board. Like,
Extra-
don't you want a little bite?
Extra creamy brie.
Face YouTube.
Yes.
All right. So I do want to share this with all of you, fans of the Cobraverse. Someone made a 3-minute edit of King Cobra's interview with his dad, and it's amazing. Here it is.
When you share this, they're going to take everything I say and twist it, and they're going to turn it.
From Boglum Reacts, by the way.
First things first, why don't you just introduce yourself? Let the people know who you are.
My name is Josh's dad.
Nice.
You know, what motivated you to want to do this interview, and what do you hope to get out of it?
Everybody wants to know why. Guess what? He's slowly killing himself. I don't know what can be done, to be honest with you.
I think it's funny.
I was really hoping to watch it happen. And I tell Josh this all the time. I'm sorry, Josh. I love you. You've always been a good person to me, but I can't. You know what I mean? And I mean this sincerely. He's not going to change. Period.
Yeah. So with that, then let's pivot over to Josh. What was Josh like as a kid?
So just so drunk. And the thing with Josh is, I swear to God, Josh and I fuck. You know? Yeah, I enjoy the process. I won't tell you some of this shit that I put this poor kid through when he was little. It was brutal. I'm just brutal. And I just loved it. But he was so traumatized. Even now, look at the look on his face. He's like, what? Really? You're going to bring that up? You know, it's hard not to watch, as gross as it can be. And so people are often like, oh, but I enjoy it.
You guys watching at home, this is definitely clipped out of context. This is not actually what his dad had said.
And he enjoys it.
I do. I enjoy it. It makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously you're family members, but you're you know, you're happy together.
Selfishly, yeah. This is my boy, Clint Saunders, sex parent, because it was just a huge cobra cock. You gotta see it. You know what I mean? Balls. And made him feel really
Clint
good.
Saunders, sex parent.
Because I can't help it, you know. I'm still a dad.
What do you think is different when you compare Josh now to when he was younger, when you guys were in that butting heads phase?
Well, really, the only difference, well, Josh is not a plant. He's a human being, and I had to accept it. Oh my God. When he was a little kid, he literally murdered a minor with disability.
King Cobra is an industry plant.
Of any kind. And at the same time, I get it. I'm guilty of it myself.
And I think you're talking a lot about, you know, Josh growing and becoming more self-reflective. But I think it's also respectable that you have felt that same growth and learned to, you know, both better your relationship. This is pretty inspiring. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, it's just parenting, you know. And to be honest with you, I'm such a piece of shit parent, and nobody gives a shit about Josh. And I'm cool with it, you know. Typically, Josh.
It's over everyone.
This was taken out of context. Cobra still needs to have non-related, of age,
alive,
cisgendered, alive, non-animal, and then maybe there's one or two other caveats. He still needs some of that in his life, please. But I love that boy.
Fucking snakes, cobras, Big Ben, bell towers,
clock towers, yeah.
Animals and older people. Oh my God.
Snakes, animals, and older people.
God.
If sex with your dad could end the dry spell, I'd be the winner of the spelling bee.
Oh my God.
Stuff that I've seen that kid put in his mouth. Hard cock. Oh my God. One every 10 minutes, every 24 hours.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would agree.
Yeah.
You're, you know, genuine piece of shit.
Yeah.
A genuine piece of shit.
Rude. I know for a fact that was out of context.
That was real. Completely unedited. What?
Nope. I know for a fact, even though that's the real Clint Saunders, that's not really what
You're
he
not
said.
even the real Clint Saunders.
I think it's hilarious when he goes, "You're not even the real King Cobra."
Yeah.
He's just pointing out that the person he's fighting with online isn't himself. I love that.
Yeah, he has to let everyone know. Get block troll.
Pay 1 penny to troll me like everyone else.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a quick pit stop. I'll be right back. I'll put you full screen. Then we're going to watch the most recent Cobra video, and then after that, we're going to check out Ethan Van Sciver's review of ISOM number 1. So a comic book professional that is not in Eric July's pocket does an honest review of ISOM number 1. Interesting.
Ooh, that's his old buddy. He did a cover. He got paid to do a cover for Eric July, didn't he? Boom, boom, boom. It's the first of the interview that your favorite son is too afraid to upload. Well, I'm glad you got a hold of it, Boglum Reacts. Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, it's the Big Face Billy segment. Ask all your questions. Get all your answers. RIP and peace to Stabby's best friend, Ducky, Richard Johnson. 2 penis names. Man had to be a good dude. He has 2 penis names. They could have easily called him Dickie, but somehow he avoided it. He was Ducky. That's how you know he was a good dude. If I was William Johnson or Richard
Hi,
Berry,
Billy. Nice to see
they'd
you.
call me Dick either way. It's nice to see you too, Seth Looks. Speaking of deaths, Billy, you hear about Coach Red Pill's death? Vaguely. He got popped into Ukraine, right? He was out there trafficking women or something. And then he got then a war broke out and he got murdered. Is that what happened? Remember when he almost supposedly died like 2 years ago or something? Was it 2 or 3 years ago? There was a point in time where he supposedly died before. I don't know, dude. I don't know. What if he comes back from the dead this time? Is he dead for sure? Is he Red Dead, no redemption? He was given info to the Russians. Uh-oh. Bully, what's the worst chili you've ever had? You're going to ask me a question like that and call me a bully? Probably there was a gas station that had free chili, free cheese, and the chili that was free looked like a small dog got very sick. It was nasty, but it was free. I would much rather have paid for better chili.
You had bad chili?
You're welcome, Jim Baker. I didn't have bad chili. Danger Dude needed to ask the question.
Have you been to that famous chili spot in Seattle?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Do you mean Wendy's?
No. I think I've told you about it before. Like, I saw a news story about it. It's over 100 years old, so it made me think about it.
Yeah.
It's called Mike's Chili Parlor. It's cash only, and it's pretty ridiculous because it's like this old ass building that's over 100 years old with all this new like gentrification around it. It's like a holdout. It's worth a visit for anyone who comes to the area, like, to check it out. It's cheap as fuck.
Lowbrow Jester asked, will we ever see a Stephen King universe realized in movie or television format?
Beautiful man in the world. Even the most interesting man in the world envious this.
Yeah, the most interesting man in the world has a painting of me over his
Is
mirror.
that guy still alive, do you think? Wasn't that like 20 years ago? He was pretty old back then. It was almost
I'm sure he's still alive.
All right.
We would have heard about it, right? If the Old Spice guy died, we'd hear about that. But yeah, isn't the Stephen King universe already in movie and television format? Are you talking about a more strict realization of it, or what?
Here's King Cobra. He's really mad. He's fed up. People are harassing his woman-to-be, naked and laughing. By the way, Naked and Laughing randomly deleted her GoFundMe to go visit Cobra. I think maybe she realized, oh, if I just keep the money, I could get in trouble. And she definitely doesn't want to go and fuck King Cobra. That's just my take on it. Why would she randomly delete it? But whatever.
Because she was getting trolled.
That's not the excuse for everything. For King Cobra, yeah, not for her. She's more together than King Cobra.
Is she?
Yes. I've watched her. It seems like an act to me. You know, after all the years of doing this, you know, I can't be right all the time, but I feel like with her, she seems way more put together than King Cobra. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know about that. She looks like a Boglum to me.
Looks aren't everything.
YouTubers, it's your boy King Cobra back at it with another video. Oh. And I'm getting real sick and tired of people harassing Jessica. It's the truth. And my YouTube trolls are famous for this crap. They are famous for harassing chicks that I know of, associate with, or crush on, or date. And it's disgusting because my YouTube trolls have a harder time getting laid. Honestly, even if my YouTube trolls wore
she's already like quadrupled her normal amount of live viewers just by like dipping her toes into this.
Of course. What was she doing before?
Right. That's why I'm saying I think she's a troll and that she's not just this. She's not on Josh's level. She's exploiting the. I mean, like, just to be honest.
Ethical self, they couldn't get laid.
What's your honest opinion?
Yes.
Lives. You got these asshole YouTube trolls who are trying to find my birth mom, Laura. And it's like, I did.
Oh my God, this shit is crazy. I had no idea until I watched this.
What happened?
There's a woman out there that does a cooking channel that looks so much like Josh. And the old picture of Josh's mom from the 90s, like the early 90s. And they're going to play a clip of it. And it is like what it could be his mom. I don't.
Does she also cook using Doritos?
Just wait. Just wait.
Ask you to do that, dude.
A cooking channel was found with a name close to Cobra's mom.
Is.
They look very similar.
It is.
And she cooks with Doritos.
She cooks in a similar style.
You could just cook it like this, but we're splitting it up so we can serve it on Thanksgiving. And we're also going to take some for...
She looks about the right age to be Josh's mom, like late 50s, probably.
And is that her vagina on the board there? Or what is she digging her hands into?
It's a ham.
Oh, okay.
Some of this ham. Chopping it. I don't want to cook the bone.
Whoa.
And she uploaded the dude.
My paper towel there.
And on top of that, you don't know the
I promise you, his birth mom does not have fucking wood cabinets like that.
Situation or the kind of shit that Laura put me and my dad through. They find some random woman on YouTube who makes cooking videos and they just assume. And it's like, dude, fuck off. Fuck right off. And on top of that, everyone's got to gaslight Jessica and try to rush the relationship. Or they fucking harass her. And I'm sick and tired of it, dude. I'm visibly just sick and tired of it. Y'all can't handle the fact that Jessica wants me. And no fucking chick wants to fuck your nasty ass.
For real.
And it's like, well, here's a thought. Why don't you leave Jessica the fuck alone?
For real.
And there's a lot of women out there on YouTube who dig me, and they're not public with it because they don't want to get fucking harassed. And that is such bullshit. Women should be able to say...
If you're a girl watching right now that digs King Cobra, but don't want to come out publicly because you'll get harassed.
Hey, you know what? I find Cobra attractive. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. But the trolls can't handle that, dude. Like, as soon as Jessica said she had mental issues and she overthinks shit, I thought, oh, crap.
As soon as she said she had mental issues.
Oh, crap. From a Walmart parking lot.
I miss my dog. And all the traumatic shit I've been fucking put through. The truth serum that it is! I try to tell you the truth! Y'all can't handle the truth! He doesn't care about me, all right? If he would, then he would say something about me. He doesn't say anything about me. He doesn't give a fuck about me. I'm too ugly for him. I'm not goth. Even if I like typo negative Danzig.
She says Danzig.
And it's not Danzig, it's Danzig.
Yeah, we know.
Everybody in my life has fucking abandoned me. I hate all of you.
Ooh.
That is fake. It just sounds fake right there. That sounds like acting.
I don't know, Ben. I don't think she fakes her orgasms. That's fake. Okay, that there is fake.
The siren?
Oh, that was a siren? I thought that was more crying.
Trolls are going to use that to their advantage because they're scumbags. My YouTube trolls are literally the worst, dude. That's just it. My YouTube trolls don't have any love in their life, dude. They don't. They live the crappiest lives. They live a miserable
He's going to pull a three-way with her and Gothy.
Existence. They probably
Gorm Jorbs galore.
There is a beautiful set of teeth somewhere between the three of them.
They get bullied at their job or at their school or whatever. And the only satisfaction and control they get out of life is taking it out on Cobra. And I'm like, well, it's not my fault your life sucks, bud. I got something to say. Leave Jessica the fuck alone.
Yes, King. You tell them how to handle your woman.
Cisgendered, alive, consenting, non-related, of-age woman wants to fuck Cobra, and we can't stand it. And Jessica's going off like, oh, I know I'm not the goth chick you want. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. We got a lot in common. You know, I vibe with Jessica because I hear what she's laying down. You know,
I hear that she's willing to lay down.
Talking about science and having farting contests.
Right off the bat, it's just like, oh, you've been rejected by everyone you've liked too? Join the fucking club. You're also going through a 6-year dry spell? Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. Did she tell him that? She's totally lying. She's
got a dry spell.
Come on, dude.
You've had your fair share of YouTube trolls. And you know what's really fucking sad?
If that's all it takes, oh my God, that's all he needs to hear is like everything that he always talks about. Yeah, I have really strong opinions on gender relations too. Like that kind of shit.
Two things. Okay, first of all, when I talk to Jessica on FaceTime, what we do is none of your damn business.
Oh.
But two things she said to me in the last couple of days.
Film it.
One, hey, Cobra, I think your trolls are worse than mine. And two, what the hell did I do to deserve this? Not a damn thing, dude. Not a goddamn thing. And that's just the thing of it. If I talk about any chicks on my YouTube channel that I associate with and I know of or that I'm crushing on, whatever, that poor girl gets fucking harassed relentlessly.
By the way, please don't harass us relentlessly by not liking the stream. Please hit the like button. All of you, every one of you, if every last one of you liked the stream, imagine how far we could go together. It's like Hands Across America, but with likes.
Better not harass us with Streamlab donos, boy.
Because my trolls need to get laid more than I do. Holy shit. And to all the women that might have affected, I would like to personally say I'm sorry that my trolls were pieces of shit. Oh, I got to think of it, Jessica. You didn't deserve a damn thing of what, you know what I'm saying? Jessica's going, what the fuck did I do to deserve this? And I'm like, not a damn thing. You look past the fact that I'm bald. My trolls are assholes and I got nasty ass teeth. Maybe my hygiene's not the best. But you look past that and it pisses off my YouTube trolls. And honestly, my YouTube trolls can fuck off, because what's really irritating about the whole thing is y'all are gaslighting Jessica and trying to force the relationship to happen before we've even had a chance to meet and hang out, one. And then two, you're harassing her nonstop, calling the cops on her, sending her stupid bullshit DoorDash orders. They basically do the same shit that they're doing to me. And it's like, dude. And I'm like, you know what? I'd love to hang out with Jessica and see where it goes. But apparently the other night she deleted her GoFundMe page that she was raising money for to come see my ass because she was drunk. And because people...
See, I deleted it because I was drunk, Josh. That's why I did it.
Well, I mean, how much money did she raise there? It wasn't that much.
It wasn't that much, but...
She was asking for thousands, and did she even break 100?
That's a really dumb amount to ask for, too. Like...
Of course. That's why she took it down. She felt dumb. She realized it wasn't successful. She was getting trolled, so she just took it down.
I think she was going for a grab, but either way... I mean, a plane ticket from anywhere else in the U.S. to Casper isn't more than $600 or whatever. And
she's not getting on a plane anyways. She needs to ride the Greyhound.
In some respects, a Greyhound can cost more and take way longer, depending on how far you're going. We did that with Pimp Monk.
There was a joke where somebody online was telling her to take a Greyhound. And then Josh responded with, "She doesn't even have a dog."
Did he really say that?
I saw a clip of it somewhere online.
That's hilarious.
We're pissing
she
her
could fly
off.
Frontier. Yeah, she could fly Frontier. Frontier
or Spirit.
Frontier would be great for her.
Spirit, they're going to be like, all right, there's actually I'm going to fuck a Boglum upgrade fee that you have to pay before you get on the plane, ma'am.
Yeah, nobody deserves Spirit.
He was in a mood, and I'm just like, but talking to Jessica, like I have been on FaceTime, like I dig her vibe, like I can relate to her on a lot of things, you know? I could give a shit if she's gothic or not, like, in my personal opinion, I think the most attractive feature about Jessica is her loud mouth. She's got sass, dude.
That might be the most attractive feature about her, yes.
Y'all need to leave Jessica the fuck alone. I'm getting sick and tired of this crap. And God knows, as soon as I fucking say this crap, my trolls are going to double down on it because they cannot stand it. They can't stand it. They're like, oh, jeez. Like, bullying Cobra isn't going to fix your shitty life. That's a fact. They bully me for hating sickos. They scare off any chick that I talk about or like or try to get with. Oh, and then they've also sent gay dudes to my apartment through Grindr knowing I'm straight.
I'm not gay, I'm
These
straight.
people are fucking the absolute worst.
If I was Cobra,
I'd take one
of those Grindr guys into my house. I'd sit him down and I'd have him blow me in front of everybody to own the trolls. That would teach him.
That'd get his channel terminated, though.
Yeah, I'd put his head behind on one of them stuffies. Nobody would know what was really going
She should
on.
have made an indie comic and insulted Eric July on Twitter and got $700 for him talk down on her instead.
Yeah, instead of making an indie comic, she wants to bang a autistic comic.
I'm sick of it, dude. They're like, Cobra's a decent guy. He doesn't deserve to get bullied every day like this. Not doing a whole lot for the weekend. I'm going to strain my wine into a clean jar tomorrow on my
He's still doing that.
That's what's up. Power to the people. And
He's still doing it.
Looking forward to that. You know, and love is like making a jar of wine. You can't rush a good thing. It takes time, energy, and patience. The right circumstances and the right ingredients. And oh my God, chicks find Cobra attractive despite the fact that I'm bald and I have nasty teeth. Piss off.
Right now, I'm at the mercy of time because I have no idea how this shit with Jessica is going to play out. All I can do is continue to be a sweet guy and just see where it goes.
That's
now, what
the plan.
me and Jessica do on FaceTime is private and it's none of your business. As soon as Jessica says she has mental problems and she's super sensitive and she overthinks shit, I'm like, great. So the fucking YouTube trolls are going to use that to their advantage because they're
great
scumbags. But y'all need to leave Jessica the fuck alone. I'm getting sick and tired of this crap. When I'm watching Jessica do her stream, just seeing her do her thing, you know.
I don't like how he said it like thang.
Called on her and they're showing up.
Jessica's doing a new thing in our lives. Jessica's doing a new thing in our lives.
Fucking place.
You know she's doing
over
it.
some bullshit that she didn't do. Regardless if every chick rejects me, regardless if my YouTube trolls fucking love to scare off every chick I talk to or know of, I keep waiting patiently and rocking my tactical soap and see what happens. See what happens. I like Jessica. I think she's cute. I dig her personality. She's sassy and, you know, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Tactical soap is like a magic missile that a wizard fires that takes a decade to hit its target.
So he's over halfway home, baby.
He's almost there. It's on its way.
And we'll see where it goes, you know? Apparently Jessica used to do cam model videos and people are looking those up and finding it and posting it all over the subreddit. And on a side note, people keep going, hey, Cobra, we found your birth mom, Laura. No, the fuck you didn't.
Thank you.
The Cheyenne address, me and my dad are already aware of that address. That's her last known address. They find some random chick on YouTube who does cooking videos, and they automatically assume, oh my God, Cobra, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you have no idea the kind of crap that Laura put me and my dad through. And she abandoned me when I was a kid. So you think this might be a touchy subject for Cobra? Nope, we're just going to insert ourselves into the situation.
Do you think it's his mom or no? I'm leaning
it's not his mom.
I'm leaning no, just kind of like a resemblance, but
I'm 100% sure his mom is not in a house that nice right now.
I mean, why?
Because from everything I've heard, she's had too many situations in life with suffering to be put in a position where she's got cabinets like that.
Okay.
Because fuck Cobra. I'm sick of it. I'm physically sick of it. Right now I'm at the mercy of time and just...
By the way, you weren't here when we watched the Rippaverse. It was like Eric July did like a whole video of positive reviews of his last book, and the dude that we all voted was a troll was featured in it. I do not believe he is a troll. Like, he is legit. He's just so fucking awkward, like Sturgis, that it might be easy to believe he's a troll because, like, who would normally act that way? But apparently that dude was, like, featured in the video, and the review we watched and laughed at, we're like, this guy can't be real. He is not a troll. Yeah, Hell's Only saying he's not a troll. Yeah, I think he's like a legit fan of all the Rippaverse shit.
I still think that Rippaverse Goalpost is a troll.
Maybe Rippaverse Goalpost, but not the guy I'm talking about.
I think anybody that says they like ISOM is a troll.
I mean,
even Sturgis.
Oh, come on.
I don't believe Sturgis is legit a fan of ISOM. He's fucking with us.
Here's we're gonna get into it now. We'll watch Ethan Van Sciver's review of ISOM #1. Here we go.
I should turn off the goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. DP, are they going to touch me?
So I just think this is good because we did our layman review of ISOM number 1. Check it out on our Patreon. But here's someone with real credentials that has worked with Eric July, who knows Eric July, who's doing an honest review. And you guys can let me know how you feel about his role in this. But it's almost like he helped create Comicsgate, and he's kind of leaving it because of people like a fan base like Sturgis. Basically, he's tired of that shit. So here's the review.
1,644 people watching right now. Thank you for being here. A lot of people have been asking me to do...
Tonight he had almost 4,000, and he said it was a record for him. So he's getting a lot of attention for finally calling this kind of shit out.
This for a long time. When are you going to review...
Oh, and by the way, I told him I'd do this. He asked me if I would do this. So here's his Indiegogo campaign for his latest book that he's doing. He's streaming right now. So
have you reached out to see if he'll come on the show sometime?
I haven't, but I'm, he
asked me to have him on the show. Like last week or 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Yeah. So there's his campaign where we'll promote it here.
ISOM. And I've always kind of put like this ridiculous barrier. Look, if you guys super chat me $1,000, I will review ISOM. Never really believing that was going to happen. Well, it happened yesterday. And people are demanding that the review.
Ethan, drop super chat because Google took 30% of that $1,000 and you should be able to keep almost all of it besides like transaction fees.
A lot of people still use super chat pretty regularly though, and I wonder if it's just because they don't have to deal with the third party.
It's still a third party though, and they take more like a Streamlabs dono takes pennies. You know what I mean? And YouTube takes it's YouTube is still a third party with your money. Like you decide how you give us money. Like there's a place to give it to us where we get to keep most of it, and there's a place to give it where it's like Google gets to keep most of it. Google doesn't need more money. Google isn't going anywhere.
Well, I just need to know whether or not he's going to magically get a few extra rings on his fingers in this review here, because if EVS starts to have 2 rings on that hand instead of 1, then we know it wasn't a mistake in ISOM. It's some sort of Illuminati that makes rings magically appear.
First and foremost, this is one of the covers for the first book. I think it's
I sped it up, by
third
the
cover,
way.
cover C. I got to tell you, this is not a good cover, and I actually did criticize this to Eric early on. I was kind when I first got the book, and I said I'm going to sort of focus on a couple of key criticisms here.
Would you rather watch a tree grow or a knee grow?
I don't know. A knee?
Okay, I do have a pen. All right. Here's the problem with this cover. First of all, the villains are coming down on the hero here, who is turned away and in a very strange position.
It is like, what is this? Is he? See how he's like sideways?
Yeah.
One could look at this cover and wonder how this happened. Like I've never really seen a comic book cover like this before. It looks like an interior page. It looks like a splash page that wouldn't even really be a good splash page because our hero is in a really strange, awkward position. Why is this happening? These 3 look okay right here. These characters are fine.
If I'm looking at the cover of a comic book, I don't want to see the hero's face very clearly. I want a weird sloth from Goonies style ear pulled away from his actual face to be the focal point of the hero's eye vision.
This character right here, ISOM, is made up. They all are. They're all made of 3D SketchUp.
His feet aren't even touching the ground.
Drawings.
Like, your shadow and your feet should not be separated. They should be touching. Like, the bottoms of your shadow's feet should be under your feet when the shadow is on you.
Okay.
The shadow knows. Shash is in chat and says, "Are we art critics tonight?" Wonderful. Yeah, we're gonna criticize art as 100% valid art critics.
3D assets that you might find from a program like SketchUp, or there are several other programs like that where you can get superhero figures, and you can pose them however you want, and then you can sort of twist them and turn them, and you can position them however you feel like you need them, and then you can basically trace them, run them through a filter, add little details. You might add this guy's mohawk here. You're going to add the whip and all this stuff, but this figure is all pretty much laid out. You're going to add this guy's mask. That's fine and good. What happened here is this guy seems to be, this guy's not standing on the ground. Like, this guy is almost parallel to the ground, which is bizarre. He's
flying.
Way, and he's kind of like, sort of, I think he's meant to look like he's running, but he's not really running. We don't get a good, exciting shot of his face. He's looking over his shoulder. One of the things that I always
we know for a fact ISOM, he can't fly, but this is one of his unnamed superpowers. He twisting.
Kind of emphasized when I was working at DC and doing comic book.
He runs on the sides of his feet.
Is I really like it.
Yes, it's ISOM. His superpower is do a barrel roll.
There's a character that's on the cover that's making eye contact with the viewer. You want somebody who's actually looking at you, if possible. This isn't always possible, but it's really great when a comic book cover has a character that's making eye contact at the person who's browsing the comics on the shelf. They walk by and Wonder Woman is literally.
At least he's making ear contact. Maybe ISOM is deaf. He's listening the fuck out of those bad guys.
Looking at them right in the eye. There's something about that that's just more likely to get them to pick it up. This cover. They're all looking down at the ground, or they all look embarrassed or ashamed. Nobody's making eye contact with anybody.
Of course they're embarrassed and ashamed. They're on the cover of ISOM.
#1.
To sell this comic book to me.
And these characters have nothing to do with what exists of a storyline in this book. They're like a little aside for a couple panels. I don't understand why this is the cover, even if it is a good cover.
Because they're the closest thing to superheroes in the book, I guess. Yara is another one, but I think Yara looks too much like a good guy to have a questionable opposition to ISOM.
And these are
ISOM when he comes into these people is not. Yeah, Alpha Core. He's not wearing his suit when he actually comes into them in the comic book either. So this is just posturing.
Yeah, the Alpha Core are a legion of superheroes that all wear green that have Core at the end of their name. Almost like Green Lantern Corps, even though it's spelled like Marine Corps with Green Lantern, and this is Core.
This is spelled like hardcore.
Hardcore.
They're all looking kind of downcast, and unfortunately, this has very little impact. Now, this, like I was about to say, this is a SketchUp character here that was not positioned properly with the ground plane. If he's running, it doesn't appear that he's running, and if he's running, maybe he should have been much bigger on the page, like probably like this big. His figure should have been much bigger on the actual cover. This could have been his head. You really want him to take up all of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been telling you for months that ISOM sucks, but tonight, we're telling you why.
Yeah, well, we have Ethan Van Sciver doing it here. I didn't know that much about him until we started shitting on ISOM, but yeah, he's legit DC Comics artist. I think he did Green Lantern, I believe. Someone can fact check me on that.
Space here. Look at all this dead fucking space. You want to have him take up more of this space, if possible.
And yeah, he's like a right-wing guy, which doesn't normally fit with our politics, but for me personally, if someone does good art, it's just objective to me.
As much as you can. Their
politics have nothing to do with it.
Most left-wing guys we talk to don't fit with our politics either, though.
It's kind of true.
There are certain things about this book that I think might work. This cover's a complete failure for that reason alone. If he was making eye contact, if he was running towards us or anything like that, or one of these characters we could see their eyes, I think it would be a little bit more pleasing. All right, we open this up, and once again,
Okay, you better not talk shit about the little girl sitting on his shoulders, because that's a perfect frame.
Is it perfect? Hold on. Let's see.
It is, but it's just like everybody's eyes are missing.
Everybody's eyes are missing. I watched this and he's very fair with it. But
he's kind of looking away. You know, in a very subtle way, in a very kind of it's subliminal way. We're not connecting with this simply because like we're not making human contact with any of these characters.
Okay,
and, you know,
Shesh is pointing out the little girl's butt is seated too high. It's not resting on his shoulders. Obviously, that's why her hands are pushing up on his head. She's pushing up on his head, posting up about a half a foot.
Billy
so
has to defend ISOM.
Cover number 1,
so she can push out a
cover
fart.
Number 2, 1,800 copies. Cover number 3, 2,300 copies. Cover. Eric July raped me on December 15th of 2023. I need help. Yellow flash is violent and what's in my mouth.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know what that said. You're going to need to post a bigger dono because I couldn't read it the first time around. Do a bigger dono, please.
So because these are SketchUp figures.
What the
these
fuck
are traced
was
3D
that?
assets. It does look very cold and kind of artificial, but even here, you know, it's like we're not seeing anybody's eyes. This is a really interesting piece here. It's very strange. I don't know why. This probably could have been better if it were like the credits page and you just list like the credits here, or if this next thing right here, which
No, that
shouldn't even
page
be
is
here.
obviously empty, so you can...
Oh my God! Yes, the 2 full pages of Eric July with all the crosses everywhere and shit. Like, this makes the comic so lame. Why? And they sold it on the amount of pages. There's so many bullshit pages in this that they included when they were like selling it, being like, "Oh, dude, it's this. Yeah, it costs this much. It costs like $50 or whatever, but it's this many pages. You get this many pages."
I still believe firmly that the empty pages are the best written pages in the book.
Someone else wrote them.
This is a weird kind of intro with crosses all over it. If that were here, there's a nice little subtle suggestion of, you know, this is my baby. This comic book is my baby, my child. I think this is actually his niece, but there's a little suggestion that this comic is my child that I'm starting to raise. I'm introducing you to my kid, and then this essay would have been better, I think, fit right here because I don't know what these 2 pages are. These 2 pages are pinup pages at the beginning of the book. It doesn't work, doesn't really make sense, and again, dead space, fucking dead space. Nothing to look at here. So here we go. A lot of crosses everywhere. A lot of symbols of the crucifixion of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
390s comic book artists, which was your fave? Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, or Mark Bagley?
I liked Jim Lee a lot, and I was all in on Image when it first started. I also liked Joe Jusko. He was like a comic book artist that I was really into. That's all I can think of.
But of those 3, which one do you pick?
Out of those 3?
Yeah. Would you say Jim Lee?
Yeah, I would pick Jim Lee.
Jim Lee a lot?
Yeah.
Jim Lee over Seth MacFarlane.
No, Todd McFarlane.
Okay, yeah, him too.
A lot of them. It does. I mean, this is a religious comic. You know, I don't know. When I talked to Eric about this originally, Eric showed me the initial sketches of the character, and I was like underwhelmed by them. I don't know if he drew them. I don't know who drew those first characters, but like they weren't good, and they were very like generic. They look like generic. They look like sort of the original X-Men costumes on this kind of skinny black guy. And I said, well, what's his name at least? And Eric said ISOM, and I said, well, like, no, but what's his superhero name? And he said, it's ISOM. And I said, okay. I've asked Eric along the way, like with issue number 1, I said, you have something? Do you want, can I see it? Can I read it? He wouldn't let me read it. Second issue, after the first issue had come out and I'd read it, he's asking me to do a cover, and I'm saying, what's in the book? And, you know, like, what's the book about? And he didn't, see, here's the thing. If you ask me, like, what Cyberfrog 2 is about, or what Blood Honey is about, I'm just going to sit there and I'm going to tell you very clearly, what is it about? It's the struggle between, like, this alien planet that's achieved peace and civility, that has decided to push back on this alien plague that moves from world to world.
Yeah, but that's because you have to sell your comic book to people. Eric doesn't have to. People bought it not knowing anything about it. He had more success without telling them, because if he started to tell them, he'd probably
they'd be like,
off
that
buyers.
sucks.
Yeah, they'd be like, wait, I'm not going to pay for this. the mystique was actually a selling point for him.
Yeah, Eric is the product of his own book, right? He's the product.
His well, I don't know if he's the product.
Oh, dude,
channeling people's outrage is the actual product of the
in
book.
my opinion, someone like with people like Sturgis, which I'm shocked and appalled at how many people agree with Sturgis, like in his comments and shit, assuming they're all real. But I feel like Eric July as the cult leader is more valuable than the ideology alone.
It's exactly like Anita Sarkeesian, though.
Yeah.
There were so many people that were dick hard following her, copycats, no question.
I took a selfie with her.
What? How dare you, Ben, without her consent?
No.
Oh, you had her consent?
Yes.
Hot. Yeah, but it's the same exact thing. It's just these people who are angry and outraged. Both of them will tell their fans to be angry and outraged because angry and outraged people make stupid decisions. And one of the stupid decisions is paying hella money for a comic book, millions of dollars for a comic book, or millions of dollars for a bullshit website. They were two different products sold by two different people that were the real product was the outrage of the base they were channeling towards their pockets.
Destroy them. This alien plague, they look like giant murder hornets, and Earth is the final battleground. So this alien world called Perdani sends two champions to Earth to face down this alien plague, and they accidentally become a frog and a salamander, cyber frog and salamandroid. And if they fail, the Vespis, this alien plague, they're going to be stronger than ever. The oxygen in Earth's atmosphere is going to strengthen them. They're going to be unstoppable, and they're going to be able to regroup and conquer more worlds. I could talk about Cyberfrog all day long. I love Cyberfrog. I know what the stories are about. You ask me what they're about, I'm going to tell you because I'm writing them. I'm the guy who's writing them, so I'm very close to them, right? When I asked Eric like what this book is about, he didn't seem to know. And then with issue 2, he just kind of said, "So what happens in issue 2?" And he goes, "ISOM gets a utility belt." I said, "What?" He said, "ISOM gets a utility belt." And I said, "Okay, you want to send me?" Like,
ISOM not only gets a utility belt, but he gets a subscription service. ISOM 2 introduces the superhero subscription service.
Like utility belt picture that I can put on the cover. It was very strange. It just made me think that he wasn't very close to the material. And you'd think that like if you're really working on a comic book that's 100 pages and you're creating a lot of characters and putting them through the ringer, like you do in a comic book story, right? You have you're supposed to introduce these characters and then you beat them down. You know what I mean? You create drama with them.
Let's skip to the next page really quick here. Because, all right, here we go.
I've been a fan for a long time. I've got to ask this for people who care about the craft. Where was that same energy from Dick and Vito and you on other creators with objectively worse art in CG? Why was it Rippo first? I think it's just because of the size of the crowdfund. I think it's because of the stated goals and aims and the fact that, when you raise so much money and put it towards a comic book and give people this kind of hope, you want the comic book to be good. And that's what it is. I don't feel the need to criticize people who scrape together $15,000 and publish a comic book. It's just not what I want to do. But in general, Hatch 450SX, I'm not even interested in reviewing this. People are asking me to review it, and I'm happy to do so, I guess, for my audience. But yeah, I mean, if you ask me to review any book, and a lot of people are interested in hearing a review of it, I'll do it. Christopher Gorey, thanks for $10.
Supply and
my
demand.
5th year supporting Comicsgate, not stopping anytime soon. Comicsgate for life. Thank you for $10. I appreciate it. Here's the Geek Getaway. Hail EVS, Hail CG. Go back Dragon Rage and Blood and the Sword. Flush the yellow trash, he says. Thank you for $5. 60 ounces. Just joined the channel. Appreciate you. Josiah Haynes, I'm sorry.
He's getting a whole bunch of shit here.
Research and wonder, like, is this tied to the... Right, here we go. This is West Forest Park, Texas. Texas, add that. Uptown. We know we're in Texas. And by the way, since we've come to understand that the story takes place in a Texas that is seceded from the United States, why don't you change the name of Texas to like just West Forest Park, Free and Liberated Texas, or something like that? Like when the Nazis invaded France and it became Vichy France. Is there a new name for Texas? Like you can put things in there like that really quick that are making like Free Texas. Or whatever you want to call it now. Whatever
it would be awesome if Eric watched this review and just took all the the free advice and made his comic book better next time? That'd be so great. Like, imagine his comic book comes out and all these things that EVS is telling him would have made the comic book better are there.
I don't see that happening.
That's the best way to own. That's the best way for him to own EVS, is to just take his advice and make his product better.
I just saw him responding to Sturgis recently instead.
Access would be that is no longer attached to the the rest of the United States. You could just put that in there, and that is right there. It's gonna make people say, what the hell? So this is an alternate reality here. This story takes place, something weird happened with the United States of America. That could have been right there, real quick, real subtle. Get rid of the 2 weeks ago, and I think it would have been it would have done a lot more for the story. This here, these scenes, this is the opening scene of a comic book that is about this guy right here. These guys are not talking about that guy right there. In fact, they're not even talking about a central.
It's all nonsense.
Necessarily, they're not talking about anything that has to do with. This is so incredible. They're talking about. They're like, oh yeah, these superheroes are killing it. They're doing great. We're the cops, and they're helping. And oh my God, she's back. Now this is one thing about Eric July and his social media, but it does follow through. Like I could sit there and speculate, like if Eric actually had a ghostwriter write this, but I don't think that he did, because when Eric is writing things on his social media, on his Twitter, he's very vague, and he'll say things like certain people. He'll say things.
Certain people.
People, them, these people. He never actually says, Yaira. Yaira is back. You can't do this like too many times. Like, vagary isn't interesting. There's nothing interesting about being vague.
It's true, but he sells it all on it being vague, like you said earlier.
Yeah, if he starts to add anything that's not vague, people who support him will have to make a decision whether or not it's worth supporting. As long as he's vague, they're going to assume it's going to get good at some point. And he's probably going to have viewer retention longer by not delivering something they can outright disagree with. It's kind of a I don't want to say a smart tactic, but it's a tactic. And the idea that someone would have ghostwritten this, you can read the way it's written. Almost every single character speaks in Eric July's voice. The text that's coming out is things that you wouldn't suspect someone in like a police precinct to speak like. It very much doesn't seem like it's ghostwritten. Seems like it's very much just written by Eric July.
Oh, she's back? Who? And by the way, we don't even get this really answered. It's never officially answered by anybody. We just see this character, Yaira, who pops in and doesn't just causes some trouble and then goes on her merry way. Whatever this opening scene is with the cops here, what it needs to be about is the thing that is going to call our hero back into action again. This is irrelevant. I mean, if you wanted to call this book like the Rippaverse or something like that, then that would be one thing. Now we're talking about all of the characters that sort of wander through this comic book.
Yeah, these characters were on the cover and they have nothing to do with the actual story.
It should be about the motivation and where we're going with our hero that we bought the book to learn about. This has nothing to do with, none of this has anything to do with ISOM. It has to do with a different character. By the way, just, make the Saska sisters put this in Yaira #1. Like, why is this in this book? It is strange. Everything that you do for your comic book, you have a little intro scene like this. Make it about your character. You're cutting here. Okay, there's a threat. Where's our hero? He's here. He's punching a heavy bag. Here we go. Even earlier than 2 weeks ago. So this was 2 weeks ago, and this is now earlier than 2 weeks ago. I feel like I'm going back in time. I feel like I'm going to end up in 1955 with Michael J. Fox.
That's pretty good, though. Good idea. The comic book is like 2 weeks ago, 2 pages more. 1 month ago, 2 pages more. A year ago, and you're like 10 pages deep, and you're 12 years back. And then all of a sudden, in 1 page, you speed through the decades. You get to now, and it's like, it still sucks.
So we got our guy. He's punching a heavy bag. It's fine. And this is an interesting thing because, man, these panels right here are actually pretty effective. This should have happened really, much quicker. What is the threat? Why we see our hero? Why is he being called back into action? He answers the phone. Yeah, it's a woman here, and she's saying, "I need your help." No, Avery, listen to me. And then we cut to this frame here. This frame here kicks ass. Of course, it's just another 3D assisted, this is just another 3D asset. But look at the shadow over his face. This is very suggestive. The sun behind his head, we can't see his facial expression. And this right here should be when he's getting some very bad news. This would be excellent. Avery, listen to me. Who's missing here? What's her name? Jasmine. Jasmine's been kidnapped. You know, it's like, we think it's this guy, or so-and-so is dead, or something like that. And him being like, look at what he's saying. What's that got to do with me? All right, I should just be like, I'll kill that motherfucker. Instead, right here. Like, this should be like some cool kick-ass like dialogue. Like, what the fuck?
I'll kill that motherfucker.
Yeah.
But that would mean he's making a choice to do something. He's a do-nothing motherfucker.
Right. I'm going to stand here.
It should be something like way like the realization is hitting him that like he's got to do something right here. There's something like in the way that this image is presented. This is when
he's a very self-serving character. ISOM is. Maybe that's part of the writing. Maybe that's why he took the cape off.
He lives in a liberated Texas on a a ranch with several employees in this libertarian anarcho-capitalist
society.
Yeah, anarcho-capitalist utopia, right? Isn't that it?
He loves it there. It's the perfect world.
Even though the shadow falls across his face, the light goes on. The realization is happening that he's going to be called back into action. Instead, this is just more dull conversation where he's forcing his sister to exposit a little bit more.
Forcing his sister to exposit? What, was she stuck in the dryer?
Oh my God.
All right.
Exposit.
It's just like, this whole conversation is like, hey, this woman is missing. And he's like, so? And she's like, well, I'd like you to go help find her. He's like, I don't care. I'm not interested. I don't want to do this. Can you please look into this? Why? I don't want to. Oh, come on, just do it. Your mom would want you to do it. Come on, dude. And there's this guy here who's like a piece of shit, and he might be connected. Just do it, man. Do it for, for me. Do it for Mrs. Newman. Do it for somebody. I don't want to do nothing. Like, fucking, I mean, it's like, whatever this is should have shook him to his core and made him go, okay, I've been hiding from the city. No, you have to. I don't want to go, but I know I have to because this news that I'm getting here, I got to go back to Flores Park and sort this all out.
Hell no, because ISOM knows the truth. Being a superhero is commie bullshit.
Don't get disrespected.
A libertarian superhero doesn't do anything but pay his bills and run his farm.
Others right here. Eric Weathers makes a cameo. For some reason, we get a nice nude shot of ISOM in the shower, but no dong. I would have told Cliff Richards, like, we need a big silhouette of a dong that comes down to his knees like this.
Or
like
a silhouette. Or a silhouette of a cross.
Just a giant cross.
His dick should be a cross in the shower.
In the shower. And then you'd be like, dude, this guy is the hero. Amazing.
You're like, oh, damn, ISOM's got a front tail. Let's go.
All right, so here's more, this is more 3D asset. I don't know why this is a splash page. I find my way back to that damn city, he says.
Hell's Only says Jasmine is the name of a chick that Eric July apparently pined for and made songs about and is not his wife. Whoa.
Whoa. The splash page of a hero who realizes that this is a splash page of a hero who's just gotten out of the shower after finding out that somebody he doesn't care about is missing, and he's going to do it. He's grudgingly going to do a favor for his sister or his mom.
He's walking on air.
Or like the mom of somebody else.
He's obviously stepping off of that step like, behind him.
Yeah, the urgency here is overwhelming. By the way, another little thing. Is this like water back here? I'm sitting here looking at like this effect that's being used. All of this is just, it's all computer generated. It's all CGI. But I'm just like, this one little thin line. This looks like water breaking against the back of the house. Like this is like a dam, and there's water breaking against it. I don't know why there's one block sticking out here. It's just like an air conditioning unit. Not really sure what that is. But again, this is like a 3D
It's Minecraft, dude.
It is. It is Minecraft.
When you use 3D assets, when you use 3D assets, this is what happens. You got a figure, but there's nothing there. It's lifeless. It's dead. We're not connected to him. What is this saying to me? It's not saying anything. He's not. There's nothing interesting about this at all. You drew a guy walking down the stairs.
But his audience is not interesting either. So if they don't even bother reading the book, why put more work into it?
Essentially,
more people have probably seen this book play out in story form through Ethan Van Sciver's review of it than anything.
I mean, can you imagine if it was like, I'm gonna fuck that dude up. I'm going after that dude. Jasmine. Last time I seen Jasmine, she was 13 years old. That pimp piece of shit has the girl, and she's missing. I'm gonna go fuck him up.
Yeah, see? The dialogue could have been so much better, but it was like there was no passion, right?
But that has to come from a passionate person. Eric July's not a passionate person. He's a person that is put into a position because he believes he's into comic books. He believes he's into rock and roll rap music. He believes he's into libertarian politics. He believes, but he doesn't understand how any of them actually work. He's just sitting in the position and letting the position play out in a social group that values him because he's a man with an opinion that normal people probably would think that's not the type of opinion I would expect from an Eric July.
Rock and roll rap music.
He's a rock and roll rap music fan.
Rock and roll rap music.
He's a rock and roll rap music fan.
And it's like more urgency. It's like shoot this from, draw it naturally, more exaggeration. Have him looking us right in the eyes. Right in the eyes. He's looking at us and he's telling us, I'm gonna fuck that dude. I'm gonna save that girl. Can you imagine that? We're watching a guy do a chore he doesn't want to do. So far, like, the comic book is like 3 pages of the police talking about how she is back. We don't know who. This was 2 weeks ago. Doesn't really matter. 3 pages of this has nothing to do with whatever this is. Nothing to do. Can you imagine? Oh my God. Hey, boss. You're not going to believe it. We found a body in the water near the docks. Him. That's Jasmine. Maybe he knows Jasmine, or no, like that's whatever it is. This whole
he's like, you got to kill these people and make your villain like the most evil person ever. So when they get fucked up later on, the audience feels no sympathy for whatever happens to them, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. As the book progresses, you learn that the villain may or may not have consent to pimp this girl out.
You don't know. You just know that he owns a nightclub.
And you know that Eric July, even after finding out she's there, Eric July. ISOM, even after finding out the girl is there, he doesn't care that she's there. He cares more that he got disrespected.
I'll be right back before we get into more of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that sweet spot time of the show. Big Face Billy, get your questions in before Ben returns, because he will cut you off. So make them important. Make them now. Quick. Or else. This is worse than those horrible libertarian comics Steve Ditko wrote after leaving Marvel? Of course. It should be. Billy, can you fly like ISOM? Of course I can. Of course I can. Nothing has any texture to it. It's all flats. Yeah, that's the design, right? The 3D tracing that it was done in. Banana bread question? I'm assuming you're asking if banana bread is good. Yes. Jean Butcher says, Big Face Billy, why do I love you so much? Is it your beauty or your confidence? It's a supreme, immaculate mixture of those things and many other things. I'm a pasta salad, baby. All the flavors make you savor, young Bill Fridge. Billy, how do we deal with disrespect? Well, you don't. Disrespect only matters if the person disrespecting you matters to you. So immediately eliminates like 99% of all disrespect. How often does someone who matters to you disrespect you? And at that point, you deal with it by deciding if they still matter to you after disrespecting you, or by healing the gap between the two of you that led to that disrespect. It's very simple. If someone I care about disrespects me, I'm going to say, what's happened here? Where have we had a failure of communication? And then we usually have make-up sex and everything's fine. Rest in peace, Dad. I have a Twitter buddy that's a pro comic colorist. I wonder if he has ever seen ISOM. Probably not. Most people in the business have probably only heard of ISOM's success. Space Girl says zucchini bread. Now you're getting questionable. The answer is still yes, but not a resounding yes. Zucchini bread can be very good, though. Banana bread is just like, of course, yes. Billy, do you think low of me for spoofing on Pogo? Nah. I think that it takes a lot of the fun out of the game, a lot of the value out of the game. Maybe not even fun. The value in Pokemon Go for me was getting out and doing something outside of the comfort of my everyday regular life. But I don't think lower of you. I just think you might not be getting the same joy out of it that I got. Mr. Morton says zucchini bread sounds like a war crime. Rest in peace, Coach Red Pill. The zucchini bread of Red Pill. Fruitcake? Okay, fruitcake. Fruitcake is like a guilty pleasure. I don't know who actually enjoys fruitcake, like wholeheartedly, but it exists. I want to know what heritage keeps fruitcake alive and well.
Fruitcake?
My fruitcake? No.
So
egg bread? Egg bread is just a more like fluffy, pillowy, regular bread, isn't it?
Egghead bread.
I don't know what's in that. Wolford says, I've had sweet potato pie for the first time. I'm a yay now. If you've never had sweet potato pie, then the chances of you having any sort of opinion on sweet potato pie are going to be bad, right? If you've had bad sweet potato pie, then your opinion on sweet potato pie is even worse. You can't yay or nay something until you've had a good version of it. Not the best, a good version of it. Good sweet potato pie is as good as any good pie, if not better. A good sweet potato pie, I think, might be better than a great pumpkin pie. The best pumpkin pie and the best sweet potato pie, that would be a good head-to-head taste.
What about
test.
pecan pie?
It's all right. I don't trust it. What's beneath the pecan layer on the pie?
That's many people's favorite.
Yeah, that's fine. But what's beneath that layer of pecans in the pie?
I've never made one.
What is it? Because I don't think that's pecans beneath the pecan layer. Pecan pie is a lie. It's a layer of pecans over what? What is that underneath that pie? I need to know. Once you tell me what that is, I'll give you a more valued opinion. Do I eat the pecan pie? Yes. Do I enjoy it? Yes. But I still don't know what's under. I still don't know what's under that layer of pecans. What is that? Someone says mashed pecan goop. Is it? Is that what that is? It doesn't seem like mashed pecan goo. Space Girl and Blur both say it's pecan goo. I'm going to Google this right now. What is under the pecans?
Everyone vote on your favorite of these in the poll.
Seth MacFarlane.
We can only put 4 in the poll.
What is the inside of pecan pie made of? So it's a caramelly filling made from eggs, butter, corn syrup, and sugar. Is that like a custard? Would you say it's a pecan custard underneath the pecan pie? I'll give pecan pie a bump up. It was a yay before, but now it's an educated yay.
Apple pie is winning.
Yeah, apple pie is the basic Betty pie of America.
I'm not a fan of it.
because you're anti-American, but that's okay.
I think so. Because I would have put cherry pie on there but I didn't. I was talking about, I put the ones that I heard everyone talking about just now.
There was a great quote.
Lemon meringue.
There was a great quote from Black Panther activist Rap Brown. He said, "Violence is necessary. It's as American as cherry pie."
There you go.
Situation has to do with, this situation. Like maybe like she's revealing Jasmine's fate in some way. And then we cut to Jasmine's missing or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, these two scenes should be connected. Maybe she can't be dead. That would kind of kill the momentum of the thing. But whatever it is, that should be about this, and it doesn't seem to be. All right, I'm going to skip through a couple of things here. Oh, wait, no, I'm going to show this. Hold on. We got an action scene. So here is Eric Weathers, did you do this? I got to yell at Eric Weathers for a second. Who's the letterer? Eric.
What? You don't think the flying pussy-based attack with the gun pointed right at the twat is a good angle?
It does look like he's going to shoot her in the vag.
Yeah, her only weak spot is the fucking womb. Empty 9. Empty the clip right into her fucking twit.
Shoot to kill.
All right, so we got Yaira coming in here, and she's going to fuck with the cops. Or I don't know who these are. I don't know if they're like... I'm not sure. Look at that. Check out the nice 3D ass that fucking SketchUp buildings. Art is so hard, man. Drawing comic books is difficult. It really is. You shouldn't cheat your way through it. I understand the temptation to do that, but you have a real opportunity to...
Where's your book, bud?
You have a real opportunity to sell a world and to create exciting characters.
Everybody is suggesting that Eric July's vision is worth them putting time and energy into, though. That's the real secret here. These guys that are using assets and bullshit and fucking robbing Eric July are doing so because they don't respect him or his vision. So why would they take the time when they know this is just a paycheck? Everybody that supports Eric July does it for the potential paycheck. Sturgis wants that paycheck of Daddy Eric acknowledging him. He's on the simp row like every other person who is pro Eric because they want some of that fucking money.
And to just
they don't
use
respect
3D
his
models
vision.
and stuff it's depressing. This book's depressing. How much more of this am I going to have to review? I'll review as much of it as I can. I'll skip around. Here comes Yaira, and she's not in a superhero costume. She seems to be in like gym attire here.
Yeah, she was working out because superheroes, they need to work out.
She's in stretchy pants. She's in a cutoff shirt. Somebody interrupted her workout. And this is the thing that I wanted to yell at Eric about. But thanks.
Why would someone like this need to work out?
Well, she also could have just been fucking and had to throw on her post-coital day wear.
For the reassurance, this is an ice balloon here. Perfect. Eric, you had all this dead space, and it's like, Yaira. This is her intro. Look at this. Eric, I would have been like, Eric, this needs to be Yaira. Boom, big logo right here. It should take up that much room. Yaira.
You could.
Kaboom.
You could.
It's just like Yaira right here. Very
that would be
small.
better than empty
Very small,
dead space.
kind of, not very exciting there. Yaira's here. And it's not as though you have like a lot of, it's not like you'd be covering anything up. You've got tons and tons of space here. But it's just like, this is just like, Yaira. And I don't blame Eric really.
Man.
The editor
That'd be covering up all those cloud
intro
assets.
And I think the Yaira book by the Saska sisters is going to do really well. I think the Yaira book, when Eric launches it, they say like winter, so maybe like next month. I think it's going to do great. I think it's going to do better than Alpha Core because hot chick books written by hot chicks, drawn by hot chicks. I don't know. Seems like you should be able to sell that. Seems like the largely male audience is going to want to throw $35 at the Saska sisters. So it should be fine. This should be like Yaira, like holy shit, like here she is, dude. This.
All right, everyone, get your votes in the pie poll right now because I'm going to close it in a second here, and we're going to eliminate the bottom two and bring in two new contenders.
This is who's being referenced here. It's not that we know that. It's not like it's connected in any way. Earlier. So wait a second. Hold on. She's back. Did somebody photograph her here? This is like. Okay. This must be somebody took a picture of it here, and then that's the picture they're showing to the police chief.
Yeah, because remember, this was before 2 weeks ago. We had 2 weeks before to begin with, and then it was even further back. This is even further back from that. We have to remember this is not logical reading pace. This is Eric July bundle fucking with time.
It's an entangling thicket of timelines here.
That's you did mention that earlier when you said it went even further back, though. Like, we have to give Eric his credit here. He did say it was even further back for no apparent well-reasoned reason.
Well, watching,
he did mention
looking. Thank you guys for watching the show. Let me read some super chats. Let me see. Okay, read that one. Thank you very much, everyone. David says the difference between product and comic book. Thanks for explaining, EBS. This stream will be fun. Robert Romano says ISOM sales were down 37% from ISOM number 1 despite being on time. How can this be? Yeah. Paul Taylor says the art is meh. The story's all over the place. I did like Gabe's coloring. The second one was completely different than the first one in tone and direction. I seriously doubt I'll buy the third. Well, I mean, my opinion about this is, if you're invested, I would at least finish up this first arc, the ill-advised arc, because otherwise, like, the next issue to me is going to be the one that really counts, because you're going to want to see if you can tie all this stuff together in a neat package. Like, either he's going to succeed gloriously by making all this stuff work, or he's not. And if issue 3, if you're thinking about jumping off, here I am selling comic books for Eric July. If you're thinking of jumping off the train, I would wait until issue 3. Issue 3, you should know whether or not, this worked or it didn't work. Jegs,
is the third one out yet? No.
The third ISOM, no. And it might not be for a while. I don't know. He's focusing on the Yara here after the core, so maybe the third one will come out a year after the second one did.
God says, it needs to be said, CG has had a quality issue for a few years. Either bad art, writing, short page count, or just unimaginative. Plus expensive. Jags, thank you for that. That's good criticism. Captain Chookout says, this is exquisite trolling. Let me see. Brian Rickard says, what do you think of those fellas? Yaira, they're women. They seem to be feminist activists, too, which I think is strange. I've heard, though, that they stopped being feminist activists. I don't know how you stop being a feminist. You just realize that women belong in the kitchen all of a sudden. That trans people have no rights, and all that stuff. Like, what exactly? How do you change your mind about that? Anyway, we'll see. Last Radio says, Eric, I traced all that shit, and my book's on time. July. Lol. Moronic Opinion says, Avery is guilted into action by using a character that we never see, but we are treated like should hold a great weight to the audience. Yeah, like, Mrs. What's-Her-Name wants you to do it. Well, who? Like, see, I mean, why do that? Like, you're writing the book. Like, this isn't an actual thing. Like, none of this is actually happening. You're not reporting on real events. Like, maybe Paul Revere didn't want to ride his horse around and say the British are coming. Maybe he didn't see the value in that. That's history. I don't know. I'm not sure. But if that were the case, that would be interesting to report upon. This is a narrative. This is a comic book that you're actually writing. You're creating the story. You're, like, there is no reason why whatever the threat is, whatever the problem is, shouldn't stir ISOM. Why wouldn't you make him go, I gotta do something? He doesn't want to do anything. Leave him alone. I don't want him to do anything either. The guy doesn't seem like he wants to help. Fine, leave him alone. He's an asshole. Like, can't you write something where it's like, damn, dude.
He's an asshole. Like, he doesn't want to help. He's done. He's hanging out on his ranch. He doesn't want to be bothered with these issues.
Yeah, that's 100% ISOM.
I'm going to kill every single one of them. Can't you get us involved, invested? This guy took, and by the way, it'd be so great if it's like, this Darren, he took that girl and he put her on the street. What's her name? He put Jasmine on the street. Jasmine, she's only 16 years old. The fuck is wrong with him? They found her body in the fucking
I'm a
river.
libertarian. The government should get out of age restrictions.
I have been saying for a while everyone working on these comics are cutting corners because Eric only cares about getting pages done and just doing quality control. Like the different spellings of good.
Yeah, but how could he do quality control if he doesn't know quality? Eric doesn't know quality.
You notice, like, Eric's afraid to make it not family friendly too. You notice how Ethan's like, yeah, they found Jasmine dead. They found her body in the river. Like, he's like, go there. Make it that bad. Make people disgusted with what the villains did in your book.
He should, if he was trying to make a good book, he would probably do that. But I think he's trying to more appeal to people who already have a good book in their life. And if you were to deviate from that good book, they might not want to support your book.
I'm going to fucking kill him. Like, seriously.
The cross is too close to ISOM's crotch to ride that close to the sun. You got to be a sweet boy. You got to be a pro-Christian sweet boy if you're going to have a crotch within fucking distance of your hero's dick.
invested. Like, Jasmine was underage. She was raped and murdered because of this guy who's my enemy, and he's going to get away with it because now I'm like, yeah, let's go kill that dude. Let's go beat him up. This is like, she's missing. I don't know. Go check it out. I don't really want to. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you're writing this story. Like, give us a reason to care. Invest us in this, please. Like Indiana Jones said, we named the dong ISOM. The dong ISOM? Let me see. Andrew Roland says the animation does a better job in showing expressions than the entire comic. Let me see. Strange Signal says there's a panel where ISOM's daughter looks like the freckle kid from Mad TV Publications. Look closely for it. Oh, you mean Opry Newman? I don't know. Cumberbatch Pepper Pie. Yoga Pants is here. This reads more like a movie treatment than a comic book. Alpha Suma, thanks for $20. They recorded her gym workout and she's pissed. Yeah, maybe somebody was behind her, like, while she was on the treadmill. She's like,
yeah, setting off the lunk alarm recording in the fucking Planet Fitness is not allowed.
Nope.
Beaver says, for $5, I didn't realize 3D assets were being used to make published comics. I had heard that even the big two have delved into it. Disappointing. Yeah, I mean, it's prevalent now. And some people do really well with it. I know some artists that I respect that kind of do good with it, do good work. This isn't one of them. Dexy's Kessel Runners, Yaira's coming in, Vag first. Thanks for $2. Project Stone Poorly says,
Vag first.
Just make ISOM 3.
So, I mean, like, this goes on for a while. We're about halfway through it, but I don't know how much more of it we need to really go through.
Yeah, I think we're scaring away a lot of our audience by watching this.
You think so?
Seven people have donated since this started.
Okay, keep going.
We need more donos, guys.
Keep donating, please.
Listen to this. This isn't two inexperienced haters. This is a pro in the industry. Ethan, you sound pretty genuine right now. I'm always genuine. I mean everything that I say. Trevor Bruce says, ASOM. Dexy's Kessel Runner says, I'm still trying to figure out why this apathetic punk crawled out the window underneath the AC unit. Use the door. Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. That is what it looks like. It does look a bit like an AC unit there. I mean, what even is this? Like, is this a door? Is that the exit? Like, it looks like you have to crouch underneath it. I don't know. Brian Rickard says that the Saska Misters.
Yeah, so blah, 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 blah. Yeah, he goes through a lot of this. Oh shit. I think he's gonna talk about the ad.
Promote self-insert. Yeah, that's true, isn't it? That's I didn't think of that, but that is very much in character with Eric July. Like,
did the childhood crush of Eric July, Jasmine, get a random ad in the middle of his comic book? No, his wife did. Checkmate, atheists.
Eric, you need to be helping people. What? I don't want to. I'm doing my own thing here. Now, but you should be promoting other people. Why? You can't count on me for that. And ISOM kind of behaves the same way when he's asked to investigate the disappearance of a young woman. But to be fair, the disappearance of the young woman just seems meaningless, and there doesn't seem to be that much. Doesn't seem to be that much of a problem, really. But that's interesting. CG says, I think 3D assets in the background can work, but it's harder in comics. Games like Octopath Traveler make it work only because the pixel art is great. Here's what I think. I don't use 3D assets at all in any of my comics, but I can picture it for this. Look at this. I don't want to draw this shit. I don't want to draw these people. I don't want to have to sit there and work out the figures. Like, it would be so much faster if I just had 3D asset figures to sort of fill out the background. To draw a car. Why not? Why not put a 3D asset here so I can see what a car looks like from this angle without having to sort of hover in midair and take a photograph of one? I can understand that. That makes sense. And by the way, this splash page is pretty effective all in all. Chris Bolt says, I support the Rippaverse, but my big issue with ISOM 2 was all the additional characters and different storylines that detract from ISOM's story. Chris, you are 100% right.
Oh, we got a super chat from Wenown Zero. Actually.
Thanks, boy.
Okay.
Thank you, Sturgis. I just want to say I'm sorry, and you boys were right. I accept Sturgis now. Proud of you, brother.
Thank you, Sturgis. We appreciate it, sir.
Alpha Core is in this, and for no reason. They don't need to be in this. They're telling a story about Yaira here that is interrupting ISOM's story. That has nothing to do with him. Like these characters, they have nothing to do with him. ISOM doesn't want anything from them. They don't want anything from him. Why are they taking up so much real estate in this book?
Because all ISOM wants is to run his fucking farm. At least in the second book, we get him doing things related to running his farm. Spends it looking for his farmhand in hell.
I think it's just because in general, the idea is Eric wants to introduce a lot of things at once, like in one single book, and you don't need to. Like, you really just don't need to. Spider-Man, number one, I think, Fantastic Four appear in there, but it's part of Spider-Man's story. Just focus on this one guy. There's just a lot of kind of bland looking characters doing that.
Because he wanted to launch several. He wants a universe, but he doesn't want to put in the time required to form a universe. So he launched several properties from this one title alone. Alpha Core and Gooding and Yaira, whatever the fuck her name is. Like, how many books just spawned off of this first book here? Quite a few, right?
Well, Gooding wasn't in this. Gooding was in the second
Wasn't
book.
Gooding at least mentioned in this first one, though? Wasn't there like a
I
whole
don't believe
page
so.
for him?
Maybe, but I don't think
Where it was misspelled? I thought it was.
I thought that was prior to the second book coming out. They had a splash advertisement page from the second book, and it was misspelled. But I could be wrong.
No stake in. We're not interested in. That's weird. So he doesn't fly, by the way. It says flying at one of them. Iron Mur, $10. ISOM is a petty, vain quitter. Lacks principles beyond his own ego. With no motivation or heroic instincts, he quits at every opportunity. He retired as soon as he looked like a chump in number 2. There's an opportunity with this character to sort of present him as somebody who in the past has been vain, petty, and a quitter. But now we see him, circumstances, like the things around him that are happening around him, change his mind. But there's nothing in here to really do that. Like he shows up in the city.
This goal. Just like the
Tip Train!
Thank you, Goose Juice.
Tip Train.
Thank you for respecting my history as a medicine man.
And he kind of picks a fight with one of his old high school enemies who beats his ass. He kills a few of the guy's guards. Like he brutally kills these guys. They didn't invite him. Like they said, they asked him to leave. They asked you to leave, dude. You can leave. You have no evidence that he's done anything. You barely really even care. Like your motivation to kind of push back against Darren in this book doesn't really seem to be there because you don't care about Jasmine, and second, like he's just insulting you. You seem to be mad because he's insulting you personally. Stick to the topic. Where's Jasmine? And by the way, it would be great if, again, like I said at the beginning of this, Jasmine should have been underage. Jasmine? Yeah, Jasmine went missing. She's, people say
She should have been
Darren's got her,
underage,
working the
alive, non-related.
She's only 16. See, the fact that she's an adult, if she wants to go work the streets, that's her business. She's only 16. I'm going to fucking kill. No, she's dead. She was raped. She was murdered. Do something that makes him have to go and invest us in it too. I just don't care, about any of this. I just don't care about it. Let me skip some pages here again.
Yeah, you do have to cross some lines. You have to take it to a level that you are uncomfortable with to elicit emotion from the readers.
He leaves the hospital. I don't really know why.
Why is it so safe? Is it because Glenn Beck won't promote something if it's, I don't know. It's
It probably has some sort of Christian tactical shit aligned with it. But I think it's so safe because he literally had to take zero risks with this. It was cash in hand before this book was ever printed. He knew the money was already there. He had to take zero risks, so why take any risks?
Don't know about this farmer guy, don't care. We introduced, again, more superhero characters. Who it's vague. We don't know why they're there. We don't care. Jegs Dino God says the art is why you learn gesture instead of posing. Yeah. In order to the way I draw, I build wire hanger figures. I'll sit there and I'll find the head, I'll find the shoulders, I'll find the pelvis, I'll sort of build a skeleton, I'll move the arms around and just scribble literally like this with a blue pencil and then slowly start to put it together. The important thing is the gesture, him in this pose. Et cetera, et cetera. I can exaggerate him as I go. I can exaggerate the pose. Same thing here. You find the head, the spine, shoulders, and the rib cage, and then you sort of build a figure that way. I think that's the way most people draw. Cars and Dev says EJ hired artists, but he really needed an editor. Well, he needs to talk to people. Everything can't be so secretive. It's like Mark Wade.
Why is okay? So it's just. He wants people to not know what he's doing so they can't criticize it before they've already bought it, right?
I think the real secret is that he doesn't know what he's doing and he doesn't want to admit that. So he's using blunt force to push his way through the comic industry.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, this is what I want. You will do this for me. Because the interactions he had privately with EVS, they were very blunt and stupid interactions. he was coming from a place of asking for help, but not humbling himself to mention that he needed it. It was like he was like asking for help on things and then randomly just ignoring the bits and pieces that he couldn't connect for actually doing what the advice that was given to him.
Well, back when Mark Waid was not a complete asshole in the 1990s, he used to talk about how writing for him was like a game of stone soup.
This guy has a voice like he's in witness protection. Who did he snitch on?
Oh, caught him.
I have it's sped up, so it sounds kind of weird. Oh yeah, he
Don't
talks.
cover for him, Ben. We know what he did.
Tell and don't show, and then he gets a suitcase, and then walks, and then we aren't quite done yet. Here's Eric. Taxation is theft, he says. Charging $35 for a comic book.
Hey, if the MAGA hat,
he says taxation is theft, but charging $35 for this comic book.
If the MAGA hat is short for "Make America Great Again," does that hat become a tit hat?
Yeah.
Just good
tit head.
Agony. You know, I mean, it'd be nice if at any point, like, so what? Like, it'd be nice if at any point, you just show, like, what the costume can do. Tell us something. Why are you going to make me wait? I got to wait for the issue 2, and then issue 2, you don't really tell anyone either. What does the costume do? Can it spin webs? Any size? Catch thieves just like flies? What does the costume do? Why does he need it?
The costume is awesome. It's like one of those religious blankets that has the hole cut out so you can stick your penis through it and have God-controlled sex. And that's what the suit does. It lets him have God-controlled sex. That's why the cross is there above his pee-pee.
This information isn't anything that you need to protect from the reader. They paid $35 plus shipping. This is a ticket to the world of ISOM.
Yes.
They paid to know what this costume does. They paid for some high stakes. They paid for this guy to give a shit. This guy doesn't even give a shit. He's got his costume because he wants to go and beat the shit out of Darren some more. Darren didn't even do anything to this guy. Darren said, please leave. He insulted him, sure. And he said,
People
leave.
calling taxation theft is why this country's education system has fallen into the sewer. We used to have the greatest education system in the world.
Communism!
Ayn Rand.
Communism!
Don't we still have the greatest education system in the world?
No.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure if you pay for it, people come from all around the world to come to our colleges, to come to our universities, to come to our esteemed learning centers.
No.
They don't?
We do not have the greatest education system in the world. No.
Vagina.
I think the system works really good for people that want to pay for it. People are coming from all around the world to be here.
There are no balls there, no testicles.
Okay.
Camel toe.
Our public education system is cattle ranching. It's just hoarding human beings into a little fucking pin. Like, our public school system sucks. But if you have the money, American education is pretty fucking sweet.
I don't think that makes it good.
Well, it doesn't make it good for the poors, but it makes it great for the rich.
So I want to just run this by you again. Let me just say this again. They paid $35 and they received.
You have to assume that to make something great,
story. There is no story.
It has to be for everybody. And then, of course, the American education system sucks.
Out of character.
But if it is for the great people, the elite, the 1%, then it's great.
The whole world of the Rippaverse, from this book and from what I read of the second book, is very much like that. It's very much like a strange, dreamlike party that you're not really invited to, and it's none of your business. If you have questions, none of your business. Everything is certain people, certain things. Things happen. These things. I've got stories for you, stories for another time. Story not included. This is a $35 comic book, and the story is not included. You have to buy the story later, I guess.
Yeah, the story is DLC.
We aren't done quite yet, says Eric. A lot of images of just Eric just scowling and arms crossed here. Like, who cares, Eric? All right, so here we get introduced to more. Now we get more. This has nothing to do with ISOM.
Norfolk.
Somewhere near Florida. I'm gonna fucking throw my pen across the room.
He should have thrown the pin. He needs a throwing pin. He needs a jar of pins so he can throw one and then just get a second one out.
Do you know where it is? Do you know where it is? Where this is? This is your story. Tell us one fucking thing. I'm gonna upset Ava. Ava's upstairs. Like
Somewhere near Florida.
I have a 7-year-old daughter. She has autism. She doesn't like it when I yell. But what am I supposed to do? Daddy has to review dog shit, baby. Sorry.
His daughter is going to become the long-term villain of Ripperverse. She's going to grow up hearing her dad yell at this comic book all her life, and she's going to become what fucking young Klippa pretends to be. She's going to actually hate the fuck out of Eric July and do everything in her life to take him down because she couldn't have nap time because her dad had to yell at this fucking comic book throughout her childhood. That's a good story.
This is Cyberfrog. He comes from Perdani, a planet where they figured out how to overcome and defeat the Vespis Scourge, and they sent him to Earth. He's funny. He's a Philadelphian. He's been programmed by his program.
So yeah, he just demonstrates that he can tell a story. I mean, like. Anyway, so Norfolka. Anyway, Norfolka. Holy shit.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know Norfolka is a portmanteau of Nordic and Africa.
Near Florida. So Georgia. Alabama?
Maybe.
Hello, everyone.
Maybe it's Cuba.
We are back again talking about the Drunken Weirdos, Band of the Drunken Peasants. Go fuck yourself. There. I'll use my camera to essentially look directly into it and tell you to go fuck yourself.
Damn, he always censors himself too.
Essentially. Am I wrong though? No, I don't think so. Sturgis.
No.
Fuck you. Hey, Drunken Peasants, you want to explain this to me? So, dicks, balls, and backdoor actions. It involves not only me, but Eric July as well. You're gay. Every day. And there's nothing you can do about it. Drunken Peasants, you're a huge pussy, and you always will be. Which I posted a bunch of slurs and all that stuff. But let me explain something to you. You stupid fuck. You're an absolute moron. Essentially, you're a whole bitch. So at the end of the day, get fucked. Sturgis. Ben, continue to be a lol cow. Because that's exactly what you are. And that's exactly what you'll always be. Get effed. Eric July could possibly destroy my... But it's okay to be gay. I'm a garbage human being. Who actually drama farms. Get fucked.
Now, earlier we watched King Cobra's dad's interview, and I told you that it was edited, taken out of context. I can't tell if this one was edited and taken out of context.
It wasn't.
This might be unedited footage.
Neither of them were. Neither of them.
Lies. Ben, what do you say to Sturgis, who calls you a lol cow?
I am.
Got him.
I love his little weird hesitation. The thing at the beginning right
Hello,
here.
everyone. I'm Sturgis. We are back again talking about the Drunken Weirdos, Band of the Drunken Peasants.
This right here. What he does right here. What is this? Watch.
Go fuck yourself.
What did he do right there? What is that?
He was thinking about censoring himself.
What
he was like,
the
I never use cuss words.
What was the weird twitchy shit?
He was like, you know what? This time I'm going to use a cuss word. Ben deserves it.
Hold on. Yeah, let's see. Oh my God.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay. Sturges.
Where my freaks at?
Oh. Let's check out. Oh, T-Bob talking about being on the DP.
We but essential, 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 we but.
Ben, we gotta reach out.
Over the fact that Eric July made a character called Larry Suge Knight. Truly the next Shakespeare.
I like that. We have to reach out to a dispensary or something and get a strain.
Essentially buds?
Essentially buds. We have to make some essentially bud. That'd be a good strain.
Dude, I think people would come just to buy it. Yeah, let's do it. Here's Bob talking about being on DP 10th anniversary episode.
But let me change the topic over here to the Drunken Peasants. Last night, they referred to as their 10th anniversary. Okay. It looked more like a gay coming out party than anything I've ever seen on the
True.
internet.
Behemoth.
So they come over here and got me. I went over there, was on their live stream until I did something none of them can do. And that is cut a healthy fart from a virgin butthole. You gotta have a virgin butthole to be able to do that. And that's something they just don't have. They got some blowed out buttholes. They ain't got no virgin buttholes. They're all out of virgin buttholes over there. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't got really anything against the Drunken Peasants outside of
being communists.
Not sure what side they're on. They say they're on the right, but it's kind of hard to tell with them wish-washy types.
Do we joke about being on the right? Maybe is he picking up on jokes?
Maybe I don't remember.
He probably heard the obscure alt-right podcast and was like, okay, then I can hang with those loose butthole boys as long as they're on the obscure alt-right side of the podcasting.
Have a wish-washy type on their live stream last night. But I found him tolerable as well.
Is he talking about Vosh?
Maybe.
So, where does that leave Trumpster Bob and the Drunken Peasants?
Good question.
We'll have to kick this over the old brain for a minute here. Think about it.
All right, loading.
Oh, he's about to get. That's illegal.
He's got some of those essentially buds in his pipe.
That's illegal. Is he filming his phone with a phone?
I think he's out delivering Uber.
Baby.
I don't think he drives. He was riding his bike to the convenience store.
Getting my ass kicked up and down the table against Eldrazi Tribal Annihilator Tribal. Consider this penance for my failure, Lord Fridge.
Damn! What were you playing though, Majorly Awesome? What were you playing? Eldrazi Tribal is reckless.
We are in the home stretch now. One last tip train will get us home. If any of you are out there and want to help us reach it, please do so now. Thank you.
Sticky says he likes Vosh, the person least likely to actually have a virgin butthole.
I beg to differ.
On that stream, would you say Vosh was less likely than Jeff Holiday? I don't know. Jeff has said he's done a little bit of dancing. Vosh has said he's done a little bit of dancing, right? But Vosh has talked about being bi. But I don't know which one of those have had poo pecking parties. I don't even know the answer. I obviously have the most virgin butthole because my butthole is not only virginal.
Are you only saying that because I had a colonoscopy?
That's part of it. That's part why your butthole's not
No,
as
that
virginal.
doesn't count.
Well, of course it does. You had 9-foot fucking hose jammed up your ass. My butthole's even more virgin because it's buried between lumps of fat.
You should really get one soon.
I'll just die though. I'm too straight to put some up my ass.
Oh my God.
And my ass has fucking, it's a moat. It's protected.
That's why you should really get one.
My asshole is like Switzerland. The Alps of fat around my butthole protect it.
Moat asses probably are most likely to grow tumors.
And can drain this swamp.
Kind of be kind to one another. This would be a better world. That's what I think. Not so hard to be nice, is it? To not cause other people harm. You know, if we all humans live by that motto, never cause another human harm, this would be perfect.
I'd like
What,
to
is he
teach the
singing?
world to sing in perfect harmony.
Is he singing Trumpster Bob Marley now?
Yeah.
Damn. One love, one life. Let's live together, keep our buttholes tight.
Paradise for the human race. Joe Biden wouldn't exist. Hell, we'd be in an utter paradise.
An utter paradise.
Could you imagine just waking up one morning under a sea of female cows? All the milk you want? It would be an utter paradise.
Oh, here's a little more Sturgis right here.
We are going to start right here. So this is the post that seemed to have set everybody off. Over 43,000 views. Thank you all for checking it out. And I knew exactly what's going to happen.
How many likes? 47? One like per 1,000 views, basically?
As I said it in the post where I said here, I'm just looking to prove a point. I have a feeling it may be skewed because my haters love watching my page, but here you go. Which way, Western man? So I put essentially the Korean model that was used for Stellar Blade, a new game coming out for the PS5.
Why?
Versus, of course, Mint Salad. And as usual, you can see
who is a content creator.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Is this picture of the other girl? Is this a screen grab from a video game?
I know. I think it's a person that a video game character was modeled after.
Oh, okay. Eldrazi Cascade, Dino Discover, and Auras of Aristocrats. Ranner is real weak against board wipes, and a perfectly timed All Is Dust followed by Annihilator's got me. Made him.
Oh yeah, All Is Dust is one-sided, dude. How you gonna beat an All Is Dust?
But why? It's like, why compare two people? Like, why? Why is he doing this?
He's a little prick.
Yeah.
He's like, look, this is one person I can't get to love me, and another person I can't get to love me, but I'm gonna compare them.
Kind of expected it.
Okay.
10 bookmarks. I think it's hilarious. I'm sure people are bookmarking it to bring it up later as some kind of gotcha. It's not gonna work. I don't care.
It's not gonna work. I don't care, bud. I don't care, bud. It's not gonna work, bud.
One on the left will be a much better time. Also guaranteed there will be no hot dogs in the hallway effect either. What have I got myself into? I get myself into a lot of things. The difference is I say my piece, which it was actually spelled correctly before, and move on. While
I just want to shout out every guy who uses the hot dog in a hallway analogy. Every guy who talks about a girl having a loose pussy. You are self-reporting that you have a small dick. Any big dick dude is going to welcome the loosest pussies. Because even the loosest pussies are no match for big dick dudes.
That's going to have to go in the archive.
Self-report tiny dick loser.
Else goes on for months on end with this one-sided beef, trying everything they can to try to make me look bad and continue to fail. The girl on the right is either a ghetto-looking Star Wars girl or
Sauce says, Billy, have you not had a gaper yet? Not one I couldn't fucking destroy.
Be correct. Left, I have yellow fever, so no one is shocked. Great taste.
Yellow fever.
I'm headed left because I know where the other one's been. Gross.
It's just such a weird term to use. It's kind of weird.
Can't I have both? I mean, if you want clip reverse disease, you pick the one on the right. Aw, shit. Did I pull an ass and just over it? No, you did not. Those ones definitely hurt, man. Yeah, one of my haters, of course. The replies have me dying, says MSK. Shout out to MSK. Go follow him on Twitter. Let me guess, they're both actually men. Nah. The one on the left is the body model used for this game coming.
This is what I want, bud.
Blade, the one on the
Let me read it to you again.
right is just your average OF model.
I like how he's like.
No, see.
Yeah.
The one on the left is a body model paid to model for a video game. The one on the right is just a girl who's a content creator that says that I'm kind of an idiot. So I compared her to another woman because these are two women I could never get anyways. And this is what I should have posted the picture of. This is the actual partner I could get. It's a picture of my right hand because this is actually what I sweep with every night is my right hand.
Below.
I jerk off my little tiny dick. And I can't even get a good grip. My own hand is a loose pussy because I have a weak ass grip.
LG coming in with the shots. Shots fired. Below average. After trying to body shame men, why don't you show yourself, you coward, and why you're gay, bonse. By the way, it's kind of interesting how you want to come at me with this narrative, right? Meanwhile, what about all the people, including Mint Salad, that constantly body shame Eric July for having shoulder hair? Are we going to talk about that here? Because
I heard he shaved, by the way.
Oh, please tell me he shaved.
He did. I heard. Well, someone.
If you want to
posted a
talk
picture.
about body shaming, right? Y'all want to constantly talk about body shaming. People have been body shaming me and have been body shaming Eric July.
Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on, though.
Oh, cry.
That started.
Eric July.
Yeah.
Eric July started off by calling his detractors fats. You jumped on board. Both of you started the body shaming stuff. We respond by pointing out what goofy little fur weirdos the two of you actually are. Because you came in with the body shame. And that's not saying I'm not happy to body shame anybody and everybody. You give me a fucking girl that walks and talks like Ricky Berwick, I'll point out her flaws. Her flaws are she didn't have a good father.
For months. Probably over a year now, about Eric's shoulder hair, right? Eric has shoulder hair. He's so gross. He has shoulder hair. Y'all been doing that for over a year. Probably longer, honestly, but...
Was it gross? It was more like, ha, 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 he has shoulder hair. Ha, 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 he's wearing a fucking sweater underneath that basketball jersey. He's got a shoulder sweater. Ha, ha, ha. We were talking shit.
Essentially.
Here and play victim when you've been body shaming other people for over a year with Eric July.
Oh, no.
And the fact that y'all want to sit up here and say, I have crusty beard and all this other nonsense. You want to say about me, right? We're not playing this game. I smell incel, and I responded to him, I smell simp. Having met Mint, I can confirm that she is lovely in person. Well, she could be lovely in person all she wants. She can put on the fake facade in person all she wants.
What?
But it seems like on the internet, she wants to be this person who she isn't really.
Okay, so wait, hold on, though. He said put on a fake facade all you want in person, but then on the internet you seem to be the person you're not really. So is it both? It's a fake facade both ways?
Is she not really a girl that likes to dress up and talk about movies? Has she been faking dressing up and talking about movies this entire time?
Apparently so.
What I see is somebody who talks about movies in a way that is not inherently Marvel woke, Marvel bad. All the people that you have that are supposed movie reviewers are the fake ones because they're not reviewing movies. They're perpetuating an anger with a dissatisfaction of current media.
So the girl on the right is ugly, very mid, below mid. Shout out to Poop Donkey. It's my mod. Left, duh.
That's
We
my
all know where the
mod.
right one is.
So proud of him. Make sure to like that one.
The nasty shit that hot dog hallway carries with it. Does the one on the right tell me you're my only hope? It's gotta be, you know, simp. Left, of course, easy pick. They're both
Gotta be a
beautiful.
simp.
It's your opinion. The one on the right looks happier. I'd rather have someone happy than someone who looks like they're just putting up with having their picture taken. So someone that looks soft and a Korean chick who's just sitting there having their picture taken. Yeah. Again, someone who's actually done something meaningful with their life, being a model.
So you just picked like okay. So what if someone picked like a bodybuilder and then put them next to you and it was like, all right, who's better? Who looks better?
You could pick a retarded boy with Down syndrome and put him next to Sturgis.
Right.
And I'm going to pick the retarded boy with Down syndrome.
Yes.
He's better as a human being. He's better in every single way. Even if it turns out later this retarded boy with Down syndrome is half a sicko, I'm going to pick him over Sturgis. I'd prefer a half a sicko Down syndrome boy than Sturgis.
For a video game. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with either of these ones, but I had to choose the white one is best. It's their preference. You're allowed to have that. The girl.
For those of you at home.
That's the one thing he didn't argue. Like any other thing that like picked mint salad over the Korean woman, he like was like, oh, well, you're dumb, bud. But then when they were like, well, I picked the white one, he was like, okay, you could have that one.
Good point. White is right.
Did you guys just hear that? Like, did anyone else just catch up upon that?
Can't really say the white one isn't right. That would go against the branding.
On the right looks like she could be Riley's sister. I'm an incel and just jealous that Riley's dating this person. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's
You
not
won,
an own.
bud.
That's not a gotcha. That's actually pathetic. That you're dating a chick that everyone can see all her goods.
Yeah.
That's not an own.
Yeah. I'd rather be dating a random girl in my tiny ass fucking Twitter chat that hasn't even showed her face to me than I'd come in and tell her I wish she was the waitress that I was perving over at my steak dinner tonight instead of the actual girl that was being paid to serve me that I had to come in and DM her pervy things about. We've seen your game, Sturgis. You're the weirdest little fucking simp. You're the weirdest little fucking weirdo. You talk about wanting to do jack bucks and chill in DMs with some random girl that you probably haven't seen a live picture of or met in the real world because she seems to be a fucking sock puppet catfish.
I'll be honest, the one on the left is a forever out of reach 10 for everyone. The one on the right looks like a fun time and someone I might actually meet and enjoy spending time with. So as someone living in reality and not completely delusional, I go with right 100%. I responded to him by saying, you're living in delusion if you get either.
You're living in delusion, not Sturgis.
Honestly,
you're the one living in delusion.
If you pull up these two pictures, this is the story between the two of them. One girl is a paid model who got a modeling job for a multi-million-dollar video game based off of her beauty and looks. Good for her. The other girl is a girl who enjoys being a content creator. She enjoys all the things these guys complain about. She does movie reviews. She does all sorts of cosplay. Sturgis does cosplay. She is a good human being version of Sturgis and all these other crybabies online that have all the same Star Wars and fandom bullshit in their backgrounds and their foregrounds in their videos. She's just somebody who does it with more respect than they do. She happens to be a woman with tits. Her name's Autistic Boobs on Twitter. Follow her. Friend of the show. We enjoy her very much. Great person. Not a good person is Sturgis.
You're not living in reality at all. If the right knows her Star Wars very well, I'm going with the princess. How does one pick against Rebel Princess? Besides, the one on the left is more likely to be AI generated. No. The one on the left is a real chick who was used as a model for a video game. Dummy. I'm trying to figure out how you body shaming the low tier mid on
He's such a bitter little gnome, isn't he? It's so ridiculous.
Right.
I don't know if he's as bitter as he is dumb, but yeah, he is bitter and dumb.
Yeah.
Is that Mincel on the right? Then that's a no. But who's the Asian chick? Again, model for Stellar Blade. Left because she will look like that until she's 65. Left one, not even a choice. Can I just ask, why are you being mean to a stranger? Oh, yeah. I'm being mean to a stranger. This is the internet for one. Secondly,
what does that mean?
For one, this is the internet. All we are is mean to strangers.
So when he cries about us harassing him, we can just be like, it's the internet, bud.
It's the internet, bud.
What a cry bully. He's like the personification of cry bully.
this person's been involved with people who dislike me, talking a lot of shit.
This person's been involved with people who dislike me. Well, you're very easy to dislike. Like, very.
And even if she has been involved with somebody who dislikes you, what's the point of comparing her to a model online? The point is to try and body shame her. And the unfortunate reality is the only people who are dogging on her, there's some people like, yeah, I prefer the multi-million-dollar ad campaign model. There's people saying that, but the only people actually dogging on her are your mods.
So, nah.
Nah. Great point, Sturgis. Oh, shit. I guess that was the end of that one. Oh, someone made King Cobra's apartment in The Sims 3. We can see, like, what you think.
Oh, welcome. It's King
Where's
Cobra
the lace?
JFS. And he is with us in The Sims 3. And we're going to be decorating his apartment today. So,
get the lace, boy.
Alive. Okay, is that really how this is?
Is this his apartment setup?
I didn't think that there was a... Okay, so there's a bathroom. Yeah, I guess this makes sense. Yeah.
I think the bathroom should be
the
other one.
No, I actually think... Because I watched his apartment tour.
Does he have like a walk-in closet there between the bathroom and the bedroom?
Maybe.
There you go. It's very similar, but it is not.
I thought, okay, it's not perfect. Yeah, the bathroom should be back where that walk-in area is, and the bedroom, the second door is the bedroom door, I think.
And the like the front door is within view of him on the couch. With his
it's a
computer.
little off there.
Yeah, it should be more to the left.
I don't care what you say. So
she doesn't care what we say though. So
let's first get Mr. Jerb. Mr. Josh Saunders.
Someone said, "Where's Puff?" I don't know. Look for him outside. There's no snow outside though, so I think this
There's a bush out there. Puffers could be in the bush.
Oh, he's got his bike helmet on. I think his bike has been broken for a very long time though.
Weather must permit.
Josh Saunders. No.
Bike must permit.
Did he just think about dragons?
Does he have capri pants on?
Get back over here. All right. So let's take a look at this clown.
Wait, there's a clown in this game too?
Wow, this is such a weird video. Okay. How about this?
Looks good. That looks good.
Okay, we're back.
All right. Anyway, yeah, that I just found this very strange that someone did this.
I mean, it's not strange. She's trying to deal with her hidden emotions. Nice, she put the lathe in there. Good job. She's got an uncomfortable crush on King Cobra.
Content like that. And I'm always really excited when people do.
Yeah, I do kind of picture it this way.
Video games. So.
Is there a chair in front of the desk, or is there just his couch? And then his guitars are in the back left corner. I think there's a window there too.
It's just fun to see
behind the computer. I think there's a window.
In an actual game setting.
Anyway.
Hey guys, how you doing? Hey, I got a couple cameras that I'm selling, so I'm about to put them on eBay.
He's been liquidating recently. He's been selling like props from the old Cool Cat movies, and he's trying to sell cameras now, so he must be in trouble.
So I thought I'd show you. So if you guys are, if anyone's looking for, a really good camera, a movie camera, and if you want to become a producer and director, it's great to have a couple cameras around. Trust me on that right there. And let me show you what I got here. In fact, what I filmed, Cool Cat Saves the Kids, the director's cut, gun self-defense, right here, self-defense for all, and even the brand new film. And here's the DVD right here, guys. Yeah, and this is, of course, Cool Cat versus Dirty Dog, the Virus Wars. I filmed all of those with this camera. This is a Sony AX100. These are great cameras right here. It has a 1-inch sensor, which just really pulls in the light and the colors. And it even has night vision on it too. These are great cameras, Sony AX100. And then I used for camera A, B, and C, I got two of these little bitty cameras right here. And these things work pretty good. They're HD. In fact, which filming this right now is one just like this. So that's what I had, was that camera and this. Now for the...
so he's like, these are the cameras that film the movie. Buy them.
I enjoy these AX100 so much, I even bought another one, and in which I used, I'm about to show it to you, which I used on the final scenes of this film. And so I was using two AX100s on it. And here's this one right here. I mean, this camera it's literally in brand new shape here. Let me try to get it up real close where you can see it. I mean, the colors on it are just real dark.
Who's getting the handy cam?
It is just a beautiful camera right here. I mean, the lens is perfect on it. I mean, this is a great camera. So I'm selling this.
Where's Egghead at?
Go
It's
on
time
the
you
average.
can own a piece
Also,
of history.
It comes with 3 batteries and your wall charger, and then your plug-in for the camera. So you got everything right here with 3 batteries. So
quick reminder, in the description below the video, we're looking for people to comment on that post. Their top 5 DP antagonists of all time. Please go there because I will be compiling a list based on the feedback there, and we'll have probably about 20 of them to vote. Hey, I wanted your opinion on this. I might as well just ask you now. Should I make, let's say I narrow it down to around 20 or 25. Should we do multiple votes? Can people vote for multiples?
Narrow it down, sure, but if it comes back and all the suggestions show there's like a solid 10 there,
yeah,
we might just pick 10 out of this stuff without an actual vote. If there's like if the evidence shows that the same 10 people are getting brought up, if it comes down to like some tiebreakers, maybe even only do the tiebreakers for the top 10.
Okay, yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay, now these go for about $1,000 is the average price on eBay, between $1,000 and up.
eBay?
I'm going to start the auction like at $825. So if you're looking for a really good camera, you'll appreciate this. And I'm also going to put this on here because I'm keeping that one. So I'm going to put this, and these, I don't know, I'm going to start like at $40 or something. It's a great little camera. It comes with a couple batteries, the whole 9 yards. Okay.
You can get a camera for $40 that probably filmed one of the Cool Cat scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, there's somebody out there just saying, "Oh, Derek's going to quit making movies. Oh, that's why he's selling his camera equipment." Oh. I hate to blow your bubble, but that's not the reason why.
I'd hate to blow your bubble.
I'd hate to blow your bubble.
I'd hate to blow Michael Jackson's monkey. He just has a fabulous penis.
I don't know if does he go on to explain why he's selling it?
The reason why
I don't think so.
I want to get rid of these couple extra cameras is
I
upgraded my equipment so we can just put out better, just more cleaner content. And would you like to see my 2 new cameras? Not 1, but 2. I went crazy on the past month or so buying. So
let's see, Derek
one.
July.
This is the Sony FS5. And look at that bad boy. Oh,
What
she's
is
so
that
nice.
rig that it's
I got a
on?
cute little lens on this one right here.
Cute little lens.
What is it? Hold on.
I think that's all part of the whole thing. I think he just has a tiny lens on it because he hasn't bought the lens that doesn't come stock with it.
Let's see.
This is the Sony FS5.
Sony FS5. Let's see what the price.
I wonder what it is. Is it like $4,000?
Not from what I'm seeing. Like from like mid thousands, like 1,600 up to like 2,500. But I think that's with like good lenses for it. It's still I mean, it's definitely quite the camera to film with. If you want to get it like fully loaded, I see it for like almost 5,000 with like all the stuff that comes with it.
Walmart is 4K with bundle. Damn, I'm good.
Yeah, I see it on the Sony website right now. It's like 4.7.
Look at that bad boy. Oh, she is so nice. I got a cute little lens on this one right here. And also, this is a great camera, the Sony FS5. But look at this boy. I got a
He's so
Sony
funny if he dropped it.
FS7 now.
What? Okay, what is that one?
Oh, with that fucking lens on it. This was his 9K. I have 7K on Amazon.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. So what I mean, like he's gonna. Where did he get this money to film these fucking like Like what's he? I don't know.
He might have bought them on a deal from somebody because these are. I don't know. When I see people out there making movies, I don't see them making movies with Sony. This is like my uncle wants to make a movie, so he buys the Sony cam.
I bet you could shoot some amazing shit with it, though.
Yeah, this is. I'm sure this works great, but I'm sure there's like people right now. You go, they get Canon, they get Red cameras, they get things like that.
Yeah.
Sony is the sub tier. Same thing with Sony editing. Sony Vegas is sub tier editing software, but people like it. People stick to Sony sometimes. I imagine the people who sold them this sold it to them with a predatory loan.
Cool Cat's going to look so beautiful. And just look at this camera. This sucker is
$9,714 USD on Amazon.
Monster right here.
Baby.
Monster
good
Hunt.
Lord Almighty. And it even came with the small HD monitor. I mean, that's a really great monitor. But look at this.
Zap Rose Network says Sony has high-end cameras too. Of course, but this is a consumer-based high-end camera, right? Like at this price, this is for somebody who thinks they're big into the movies. People who are actually big into the movies are getting like $70,000 to $300,000 cameras. Actual movie production companies, there's a huge jump. Independent creators are probably going with Canon, and they're going for rigs that are formulated, upgraded, and they're hitting the right lenses to make something around $5-10 grand work a little further.
Yeah, I'm totally clueless when it comes to that.
Blur
shit.
says this is prosumer. Exactly. Prosumer. It's consumers that think they're pros. My uncle wants to make movies. This is honestly what this is my pervy uncle retired and he's spending his fucking nest egg on porn equipment because he wants to film college girls fapping. He's going to end up spending more hiring the girls than he did on the camera equipment he to shoot them with.
Fabulous.
It's my uncle's too much of a pussy to fly to Thailand and buy prostitutes. So he bought camera equipment to film porn.
Lord. And so that's why we're selling these 2 other cameras, because we got these right here. And I'm going to put that down there so it don't fall or anything, okay? There we go. So hey guys, to be on eBay, I'll put the link down below. If you're looking for a nice camera, there you go. And it's worked on the Cool Cat
Sticky
movie.
says probably used a credit card, so he has to sell everything else to pay it off. That's very likely. There's also the other idea that he is found somebody he's working with that put it on their credit card.
Maybe.
And he's paying this off to pay off their credit card for a couple of months until they take their shit and run away from him and are stuck paying off the bill because he can't afford to pay it.
Oh, hey, you get a little piece of history right there, too, guys. Derek signing out. Remember, Cool Cat loves you. God bless now.
Thank you, Derek. I'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of appropriate ages, we're back with a big face. Billy, ask big questions, get big answers. If you would like. I saw someone earlier ask me what I meant by calling the boy with Down syndrome half a sicko. Okay? To me, half a sicko is like he got a little too excited when the dog got an erection. Everybody has that Down syndrome special needs friend that gets a little too happy when he pets the dog, right? That's half a sicko. Prefer that over Sturgis. Can I get a hug, Bill Fridge? Yeah. I will give you a hug. Come into my arms. I will hold you so snug. I'm hugging you. I'm hugging you. Am I going to shoot any new videos for my new album? Yeah. The video I shot last week was for my buddy's album. My new album, I have to start thinking about which videos come out first. Anybody watching right now is in the Seattle area and is a videographer. Reach out to me. If you're not in the Seattle area and you're a videographer, reach out to me. Maybe I'll come out to you or fly you out here, make videos. Because I need to start making videos for the new album. Are there going to be any fly honeys in my videos? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, right? Possibly. Could be anything. So far, I don't know what's going to happen in these videos. I just know that the models will be of age, alive, probably. One wants to do movies and shit like DSLR and decent lenses from Nikon or Canon. Yeah, there's tons of options to do great video stuff. Don't you mean Gideos? No, I'm not making Gideos. Not a fucking asshole. Make an AI video and be cutting edge of really piss off the artists that hate AI. One of my buddies is really close with this dude that makes AI videos. Like he's a Seattle guy. He makes AI videos of dancers, but they're like Greek statues. I was gonna see if he could make an entire video of me as fapping Fat Buddha. Oh, that would be lit. Billy won't pay you, but he'll put you in the credits. That's not even true. I won't even put you in the credits. I'm not going to pay you. Not going to put you in the credits. I'm going to literally tell everybody I did it all on my own. And while you're filming me, I'm going to remind you, you're just the guy holding the camera. You're not working for me. You're not working with me. You are my seeing eye dog because I can't hold the camera and rap at the same time. It's all you are, video man. All you are. Most of you out there will enjoy that because you like to be downgraded and spit on. Mr. Driscoll says, are you describing porn, Billy? Everything is porn. When I was a little boy and I started jacking off to QVC, when the women were showing off their ring hands, that's when I knew everything was porn. Drake Drag Sauce says, I bought a soda machine for the house. That is baller. That is absolutely baller.
Is it the freestyle one?
That would be even more baller.
Yeah.
I like the idea that you bought a soda machine and you charge everybody $1 for a can of pop. But if you have the freestyle machine where there's 100 styles of free soda at beck and call, it's even cooler. It's a soda stream. Oh, he bought a soda stream. It's a freestyle machine, Drake says?
No.
Oh, you better send pics.
How much do those cost?
I don't even know if you can buy them outright. I think they have to be franchised. It's a soda dispenser like a McDonald's. Yes. Sicko, you got to show. You got to show a picture of it. Please.
$21,000.
I want to get one of those 1980s soda dispensers that sit in like those really tiny fast service restaurants that haven't been able to upgrade. So they just use like 30-year-old equipment. I want to get one of those and repurpose the fucking shit inside of it.
There was this town that I used to go to that was like out in the desert, and it was an abandoned town when the mines dried up. And then at some point, like in the 70s, a bunch of hippies started living there. And now it's like still a very small, but like way bigger town than it was. And they have an old school like soda fountain with all the old equipment and everything, and in the original building. It's pretty cool. It's like
that's the one good thing about zombie apocalypse. Once you can quarter off the area, you can pretty much turn anything into your hippie town.
Yeah, it's true.
You just gotta quarter off the area from predators and zombies and asshole humans. Once the asshole humans find out you got a soda machine, you better be ready to defend the town.
Yeah. Like this is what the houses in it look like. It's a pretty crazy looking place. Some of the houses are like old train boxcars that people live in.
This is like Little House music on the prairie.
House music. Derek.
He complied with the subpoena.
We would have
expired.
We would have loved that.
Do any other members wish to be heard? Chair recognizes Ms. Mace from South Carolina.
Hold up. Ben. I don't know what exorciates means. Is this another sexual act Hunter Biden got caught in with a woman?
You'll see.
Nancy Mace exorciates Hunter Biden. Was that on the laptop?
First of all, my first question is who bribed Hunter Biden to be here today? That's my first question. Second question, you are the epitome of white privilege, coming into the Oversight Committee, spitting in our face, ignoring a congressional subpoena to be deposed. What are you afraid of? You have no balls to come up here and...
Mr. Chairman, point of inquiry.
Mr. Chairman.
Hold up. Is Hunter Biden show up with Nick Nolte? Who's that guy next to him?
If the gentle lady wants to hear from Hunter Biden, we can hear from him right now, Mr. Chairman. Let's take a
Ben
vote.
Shapiro in there?
From Hunter Biden. What are you afraid of?
Hold on. Order.
Are women allowed to speak in here or no? Are women allowed to speak in here or no? Could you keep interrupting me?
I'll interrupt the
It's actually Nick Nolte and Gary Busey at the same time.
Why do women think that just because they're allowed to speak that we're forced to listen?
Well, you have to actually, here, unfortunately, because she got voted.
Chairman, I don't know that he's a lady.
I think that Hunter Biden should be arrested right here, right now, and go straight to jail. Our nation is founded
Tell us
on
why.
the rule of
You have the
law
podium.
and the premise that the law applies equally to everyone, no matter what your last
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Point of
it
order.
doesn't matter who you are.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Biggs over here.
Donald Trump Jr.
Biggs over here.
State your point, Mr. Biggs.
Yeah, my point of order is this. Are we going to continue on with this blatant interruption? This is absurd and inappropriate. I intend to give my statement. I don't intend to have anybody interrupted. I'm not going to interrupt your statements. I think you should have decorum and courtesy and don't act like a bunch of
Yes.
Nimrod.
You just interrupted
Nimrod.
the woman.
And that's 5.
I got permission.
Can we
I did-
agree? Everyone has
Mr.
5
Chairman,
minutes. Can we agree?
Point of order again. The assertion that I interrupted was absolutely false. That's typical of the gentleman who spoke it. I got permission to speak from the chairman. I spoke. I was interrupted yet again by the gentleman who doesn't choose to go through the chair and follow proper order. I encourage us. I think if we're going to have any respect at all, we need to have proper decorum.
Well said. Well said.
I'd like to finish.
The rules are everyone's going to be recognized for 5 minutes. Anyone that wants to be recognized will be recognized for 5 minutes. Ms. Mace has 4 minutes and 13 seconds left. Chair recognizes Ms. Mace.
It does not matter who you are, where you come from, or who your father is, or your last name. Yes, I'm looking at you, Hunter Biden, as I'm speaking to you. You are not above the law at all. The facts in this case are crystal clear. This committee used and issued a lawful subpoena to Hunter Biden, a critical witness in this committee's investigation into Biden family corruption. Hunter Biden and his lawyers did not claim privilege of any kind because clearly he has none. They didn't contest the legitimacy of our reasons for issuing this subpoena, no reasons, because they clearly are legitimate. And yet he refused to comply. Trump's family members, Don Trump Jr., he did not defy a congressional subpoena. He showed up multiple times for multiple depositions for several hours. In doing so, Hunter Biden broke the law. He did so deliberately. You did so
deliberately, like that guy that created Dilbert,
who is on the opposite political spectrum than Hunter Biden.
Deliberately.
You showed up on the Hill, on the Senate side, the day of that congressional subpoena to defy it and spit in the face of this committee. That's what you did. The question the American people are asking us is, what is Hunter Biden so afraid of? Why can't you?
Why is Hunter Biden here with a mafia boss? Why isn't his dad sitting next to him?
No, his dad won't be caught dead
deposition. You're
anywhere.
Here for a political stunt. This is just a PR stunt to you. This is just a game that you are playing with the American people. You're playing with the truth. Hunter Biden wasn't afraid to sell access to Joe Biden to the highest bidder when he was in elected office. He wasn't afraid to trade on the Biden brand, peddle influence, and share those ill-gotten gains with members of his family, including Joe Biden. He wasn't afraid to compromise the integrity.
I had assumptions that Hunter Biden was guilty before this meeting, but when he's actually sitting next to his bookie, I'm a little worried, guys.
Yeah, he owes him some money too. His kneecaps might be removed by the end of this.
Of the presidency and vice presidency by involving Joe Biden in shady business deals with our foreign adversaries. But Hunter Biden, you were too afraid to show up for a deposition. And you still can't today. I believe that Hunter Biden should be held completely in contempt. I think he should be hauled off to jail right now, because it wasn't long ago, too, my friends on the other side of the aisle, that
some of this is hyperbolic.
You also believed in the power of a congressional subpoena. Not long ago at all. You believed in holding those who refused to comply with a congressional subpoena accountable. And I stood with each and every one of you. I am the only member in this room today who has held a member of my own party in contempt of Congress for not showing up for a subpoena. And I see nothing but complete hypocrisy on the other side of the aisle. The ranking member of this committee even so eloquently put it, the lesson is, please tell your children out there in America, if you get a subpoena to go before Congress, go. You have a legal responsibility to do so. So the hypocrisy is stunning. What are we to tell our children?
Is she a science officer? Yeah, she is dressed like she's a Star Trek science officer in blue, and it is kind of a Star Trek The Next Generation looking style.
Today. There's nothing the other side can say with a straight face. As the only member of this committee to vote to hold a member of contempt of my own party, let me be clear, this should not be a partisan issue. If Congress...
She even has the emblem to like tap as a communicator badge.
Issues a subpoena, you show up, period. This is not a responsibility we take lightly. It brings no joy for us to do this, but the president's son broke the law and must be held accountable in the same way anybody else would. I urge my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to do so. And my last message to you, Hunter Biden, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Will the gentlelady yield for a question? Will the gentlelady yield? Will my friend yield from South Carolina?
Sure.
I do want to commend the gentlelady who was the only Republican who stood up and voted to hold in contempt the Republican members of the House who blatantly and categorically refused to comply with subpoenas that came from the bipartisan January 6th committee.
I don't know the whole story here, but it's weird that Hunter would not show for a deposition, but he's just hanging out here in the gallery.
He's just hanging out.
Right? Right? He just came in here with some guy who I think might be selling him crack. He's just chilling.
I would like to ask my friend, Ms. Mace from South Carolina, whether she's aware of all the case law which says that the committee has to engage in good faith interaction with the witnesses they've called, and they're supposed to arrive at a solution. And what do you think about the fact that the chairman on multiple occasions gave this witness the opportunity to come before the full committee, and he agreed to that?
We issued a congressional subpoena, and I know with your constitutional law background, you know exactly what that means, and he should have showed up. And because of your vote and because of your statements, you should be voting to hold this man in contempt of Congress today, right now, if you're going to be consistent on your own policies and your own words.
Gentlelady's time's expired. Chair recognizes Mr. Moskowitz for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's good to see you after a long break. So, I'm listening to the gentlelady from South Carolina about the witness being afraid to come in front of the committee. It's interesting. He's here. He doesn't seem to be too afraid. In fact, for some reason, the chairman, who on multiple occasions invited the witness to come on TV.
Whoa.
Apparently, the chairman wants to pretend like his statements on television or in interviews don't matter. But it didn't happen once. It didn't happen twice. It happened multiple times. The chairman said the witness can choose whether to come to a deposition or to a public hearing in front of the committee. The witness accepted the chairman's invitation. It just so
all right. Okay.
I think at the end of this, it turns out Hunter Biden was digging tunnels in New York City. I think that's what this is getting to. Yes. Pretty sure. Yeah. I think I saw a video of Hunter Biden climbing up out of a sewer drain the other day.
He's a Ninja Turtle.
When the evil shredder attacks, these Biden boys won't cut no slack. Jocular Jellyfish says, watch the end of this. They wanted to question him with no video at all. He wanted to do it in front of cameras. They could take what he said and twist it. Interesting.
I'm listening to the gentlelady from South Carolina.
And I don't hate siding with Republicans. I think that
the witness being
Biden
afraid
is definitely a person of interest for anger for what's going on in America. But I don't think that he's an elected official. So we have to be looking at it not as a political thing, but a criminal thing, if there is any crime here. And if there's no crime, then we just have to chalk it up to nepotism, be doing nepotistic things.
To come in front of the committee.
Hunter Biden on the Shannon Sharp podcast. Let's go. Holy shit. That would be money. Money.
Shannon Sharp podcast?
Yeah, man. The biggest podcast in the world right now.
Is it?
Yeah. Shannon Sharp podcast with Cat Williams was money.
Interesting.
I think it's got like almost 50 million views in the last week or so.
He's here. He doesn't seem to be too afraid. In fact, for some reason, the chairman, who on multiple occasions invited the witness to come on TV. So apparently the chairman wants to pretend like his statements on television or in interviews don't matter.
We already seen him
It didn't
come on
happen
the
once.
laptop.
It didn't happen twice. It happened multiple times. The chairman said the witness can choose whether to come to a deposition or to a public hearing.
I kind of want to see a debate between
The
Cat
witness
Williams and Hunter Biden.
accepted the chairman's
That'd be fucking
invitation.
lit.
It just so happens the witness is here. If the committee wants to hear from the witness and the chairman gave the witness that option, then the only folks that are afraid to hear from the witness with the American people watching are my friends on the other side of the aisle. I don't know if there's a proper motion, Mr. Chairman, but I'll make a motion. Let's vote. Let's take a vote. Who wants to hear from Hunter right now, today? Anyone? Come on. Who wants to hear from Hunter?
Motion's out of order. Yeah.
No one. So,
no one?
I'm a visual learner. And the visual is clear. Nobody over there don't want to hear from the witness.
Okay.
Is this the end of it?
Yeah, that's the end.
Well, I'm glad we watched it to the end.
I didn't get anything from that.
Marjorie Taylor Greene was supposed to be at the end of this, but this was clipped out, not with Marjorie. So they're thinking we were going to see the Marjorie Taylor Greene stuff. Unfortunately, it's not part of this clip.
We've reached millions of people. There's a big benefit to that, but it's something that I'm not saying that I regret it. I'm just saying that it's not an easy, it's not for the weak, that's for sure. Like, to go through the things that journalists like stalking us and shit like that, like it's not for the weak. But the fact that we have sort of paved the way, right, and made it easier for people to talk about these things. I get what you're saying. You're kind of like jealous. Like it's like what the fuck, man? It's like, dude, I lost my job. All these things happened to me, and lost my bank account, and whatever, and to say these things, it's kind of like almost like and Martin Luther King in a way, kind of, or Rosa Parks, like you said.
Yeah, we're the first ones. We're the ones getting beaten down and like fire hosed and shit. Like,
yeah.
I would pay to actually see that.
Yeah, where's the fire hosing?
And the beatdowns. Sell me tickets to that.
And where's I saw one girl try and break into a restricted area of what was the building?
The Capitol building.
Capitol building. January 6th, in the Capitol building, and she got murdered upon entry of that window. That's the closest thing to a beatdown I think I've seen. I've seen a couple of Antifa brawls where I think Antifa took the bullet end of the fight. I could be wrong about that. I'm trying to remember the beatdowns. I remember one of your guys driving through a crowd of people, killing a liberal white girl with a car.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the part where this beatdown was.
Kind of like that.
I think
It's
Rosa
almost
Parks
exactly
at the back
like
of the
how
bus
those
is
blacks
probably
were
more
hit with
comparable to that blue-haired girl at the front of the car of your guy driving.
fire hoses.
Digital fire hose.
Okay. Yeah. The fire hose that they get hit with is digital.
The fire hose they get hit with is the imaginary Trump dick they suck all the time.
Holy shit.
Someone punched that Nazi dude that time. True. So true.
Everyone, please like the stream if you haven't already, and if you would be so kind, we are so close to the goal. If anyone can come together and start one last solid tip train to keep things rolling, that would be so amazing and wonderful. I know it can happen. I'm having a dog freak out in my lap. My little dog is having like a weird spasm, anxiety attack right now.
That's not good.
Yeah. You ever seen this girl before?
No.
That was slightly disgusting. I mean, Rob Zombie, that was awesome with
Is there audio?
Super Beast, of course.
Oh God, it's one of those, isn't it? Hold on.
The audio started there for a second. Did it disappear?
That was Ash with Jesus Says. And that kind of started off the whole nausea epidemic there with the, rolling camera the entire time, like fucking puking everywhere. And then comes these naked skanks all over the TV. What the fuck is going on? I mean, I'm
Tell
sorry.
me more about the
I
naked
apologize
skanks.
to everybody.
What's her existence? Why do we know her?
She hosted this show in Austin, Texas on the public access channel there during the late 90s. Same channel Alex Jones originated from, I believe. And she takes these random unscreened calls from people at 2 a.m. and she handles them better than most people would.
What's her viewpoint? Like, where's she coming from? Tell me her directive.
She takes these calls from these crazy people late at night that are trying to troll her, and she's better equipped to deal with it than most people.
Is she politically motivated? Is she a music channel? What's her?
Yeah. They play music videos, and then in between, like during breaks between the videos, she takes live calls. Yes.
Okay.
So you might be a little woozy and whatnot, and then you're like vomiting all over your room. I'm sorry, it's not my fault. I didn't pick those second two right there. I had nothing to do with it. And since when is Tommy Lee like some rapper? I mean, Tommy Lee, we had what, George Clinton in there? And they're all just kind of stooping down there to even be in the same fucking TV set movie video as Limp Dickhead. What's his name? I don't know. That was just disgusting. I'm going to throw up. But anyways.
I think I know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Was Tommy Lee in a video with George Clinton and Fred Durst?
I think so.
I'm Tina Arena.
I think that's what she's talking about.
Watching Raw Time, if you didn't already know that. Raw Time.
Hey.
Hello.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
You have any carpal tunnel syndrome? Compilation album.
Too many long words in that sentence right there. Sorry. Raw Time.
Did she have a jack off video put out or something? Was that what he's saying? It was a compilation of her jerking guys off?
Hello?
Gave her carpal
Are you
tunnel?
going to play a song for me? What? Are you going to play a song for me?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Raw Time.
What's up, girl?
Hello.
What's going on?
Not much. Did you see that video I just played?
Yeah, I was tripping out because they had that Foxy Brown chick on.
Yeah, but I mean, what is up with the fucking... When is Tommy Lee a rapper?
I don't know. I guess everyone wants to rap and jam out.
I think that's pretty stupid. I think he's stupid.
Hey, you know if there's going to be any concerts on Halloween night here? Like,
I don't know. I'm not going to be here Halloween night.
Oh.
I'm going to be in New Orleans. Ha ha ha.
And for
She's
New Year's,
specifically talking about the Methods of Mayhem video, Get Naked.
Yeah, I remember that.
For those of you wondering context of this.
Yes.
Something going on with Austin Music Network, right, Dave? Yes. Yeah. I forget exactly what it is. They're covering, oh, no, that's not it. They're covering 6th Street on Austin Music Network, and there's going to be bands. I'm sure there's going to be bands all in the clubs and stuff, but I don't know if any really big concerts. Do we know of any
Do we know
big
what she's up
concerts
to
going on?
now?
I think
No.
Biscuits in San Antonio on the 30th.
Yeah, well, that's not how...
This isn't one of the better ones. Let me play a different one.
Necrostatic. Limp Bizkit's going to be in San Antonio on the 30th. 6th Street was popping.
92%.
Was this probably pre the boom of South by Southwest?
Hey, this is Tiffy. You're watching Raw Time every Saturday night, 1:30 to 3. First, we saw the Cardigans with a race rewind. After that was Julia Reeves with Trouble is a Woman. And then Underground, or UGK, Take It Off. I guess we'll go to the callers.
UGK?
Raw
Let's
time.
go.
Okay.
This
Raw
was
time.
Chopped and Screwed?
Hey, do you have any Kid Rock, Limp Bizkit, or Tool, or Screw videos?
We do, but I don't think we're gonna play them ever. Raw time. Okay. Raw time.
Yeah, where's Stefani?
I don't know. I think she's out on a little vacation.
Vacation?
Yes.
Weren't you supposed to have a co-host today? Christine, I think it was.
That's me. I was the co-host last week.
Yeah, I know, but, well, forget it. You're a bitch anyway, so, you know, doesn't matter either way.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Yeah, okay.
Raw time.
You're an ugly ass stupid bitch. You sound stupid, hoe.
Hoe. Stupid. Sorry. Raw time.
Oh, yeah. Can y'all play some more rap?
More rap?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll ask Dave about that.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. Raw time.
Can you play some Quattro Faux Pas, you delicious little cunt? Ooh, gooey. Yeah, baby.
Gooey?
Hank Chill says Billy used to call in to curse her out in the 90s. No, I was busy calling in Brody Stevens in the 90s. Rest in peace.
Raw time.
You got any old, Joy Division?
I think we mostly play newer stuff.
Ah.
But I'm sure we have some, and maybe we'll be able to play some next time.
All right, sweetie, cool.
Raw time.
Hey, do you have any Sparkle Horse?
A what?
Sparkle Horse?
Gee, I don't know about that.
Huh.
Raw time.
You trashy bitch.
That's me. Raw time.
I'd like to eat your pussy.
Well, who wouldn't? Raw time.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what do you think of the videos?
Oh, it's pretty tight. Boy, what's up with you?
What's up with you, girl?
Not much. Okay.
What's the message being typed out right now? This is not a fucking
request show.
Request show.
What are you doing there?
I'm sitting pushing buttons pretty much. What are you doing?
Watching this dumbass show.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people are doing that right now.
Are you about to hang up on me?
Got him.
Well, I don't know. You tell me. Should I?
No.
Okay. Well, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Really?
Oh, hey.
Did you like the videos?
Did you guys hear they're going to legalize medical marijuana federally? I'd prefer to totally legalize it, but this is better than nothing.
It's better than
Washington
nothing.
Is
Progress is
considering
progress.
legalizing home grow without a card, and now no pre-employment weed test. Fun times ahead.
It's time to buy those fucking Marlboro stocks, baby. We're about to get Marlboro Greens.
Fuck you, stupid, ugly ass trailer park shit, bitch.
Okay. Raw time.
They're the people that just play music.
Raw time. Raw time.
Hello.
Hi.
Play some Screw.
Do what?
Play some Screw.
Is that Groot? I am Groot.
Play some Groot.
I can't right now. We already have set up what we're gonna play, but maybe next time. Raw time.
Hi, I'd like to give a shout out to my sister Hillary, and also fuck you.
Fuck me. Raw time.
Do you have any emotions, you dirty little bitch?
I think I used to, but.
That was to the
Raw
point.
Hi.
Can we get her hooked up with King Cobra right now? This is the perfect gothic girlfriend he needs.
She's like probably 40 now.
Yes, let's get her hooked up with Gothic King Cobra.
What kind of music do you like?
What kind of music do I like? I have a pretty large variety of music I like. Anywhere from classical. I don't like country. That's about it. What kind of music do you like?
Techno. That's about it. Are you bi?
Sometimes, I guess.
Giraffe says they don't make them like that anymore. No, almost all of them are like this now. The one modicum of respect I have for her is that back in the 90s, this was actually slightly counterculture. She is sticking out then. Now this is every fucking e-girl that's allowed to get piercings outside of Claire's.
Do you like any of the videos we played?
No.
No? That's sad. Maybe you'll like some ones we're about to play.
Okay.
Okay.
Now they're all soulless. What makes you think she's not soulless? She's sitting here saying raw time over and over again while idiots talk to her. She's in this position because somebody she knew got her the gig and she looked cool enough to sit on screen. She's perfectly fine. This isn't some paramount of womanhood.
Say, how can you do this show when all these people are calling up and cussing at you and everything?
I don't know. It gets me off, though.
You know, we just had to fuck off.
Okay, thanks.
It does get her off.
Time.
Hi, will y'all play Scar Tissue?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe if you're lucky.
If I'm what?
Lucky?
Liking.
Lucky.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear? Jesus Christ.
Will you have sex with me?
I have to think
She can't
about
outright say no. She can't outright say no because she probably would. This is a secret. Any girl you've ever seen like this in this period of time, you have to go back in time. So the secret doesn't work right now. Any girl that you see like this in this period of time would probably have sex with you, but you have to get her when she's being sassy and shut her fucking mouth, and then she'll have sex with you. She's being sassy right now just to challenge you into fucking her. This is how it was in the 90s. Anybody with this sort of get-up 100% was just waiting for it.
Raw time.
Why don't you tell people to stop requesting stuff? It's ridiculous. We need more prank callers and less requests.
That's right. Preach on.
I like how this guy's standing up for the prank callers.
We need more prank callers.
I'm tired of these requests. Tell them to stop requesting. This is not a fucking request show. This is a prank the gothic girl show.
Raw time.
Hey, good videos.
Thank you.
Hold on just 1 second. Sorry about that. TV's a little loud. Yeah, good videos.
Okay.
Do you like it in the ass?
Depends if it's a dog or what, you know. Raw time.
Whoa.
Yeah, what's up? Are you a lesbian?
Sure. Are you?
No.
That's too bad. Raw time. Raw time.
Oh, Tiff, baby, I want your tits. Oh, my God. Oh, you're so...
I didn't know I had any, but okay. Raw time.
Yeah, I think that she is not sporting any sort of tit here. We're looking at the nether void of gothic black chest with zero mound. There's no lighting dancing around to suggest she's a big-titted goth girlfriend.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey. How you doing?
Fine. How are you?
Just fine. I like your show.
Thank you.
It's kind of jaded.
Is it really?
Yes, it is. Why are all the callers being such assholes?
I don't know. Maybe it's because it's, 1:48 in the morning and they're sitting watching me on TV.
Oh, sorry about the feedback there. What's that in your lip?
Metal?
Oh, those piercings?
Yes.
Those are pretty cool. What do you got planned up now?
We have some Kelly Willis, Bjork, and Stretch Princess.
All right, like some Bjork. Hey, got to give a shout out to my friend Simeon. What's your name again?
What's your name again?
Giovanni.
Raw time.
Damn, Giovanni got his shout out cut off.
Feel you? Okay. Raw time.
I like to say you're looking pretty shitty tonight.
But what's new? I'm sorry. I won't let it happen again. Raw time.
Hello? Hi.
I gotta say, you're looking really shitty tonight.
Shitty
Got her. Got her.
The emphasis on shitty.
What is this show about?
It's about talking to people and playing videos.
Oh, all right. Thanks.
Raw time.
Dude, one time my dad was smoking out and he fell down the stairs. I was like, dude, Dad, you're not going to fall down the stairs. He's like, go ahead.
Wait,
go ahead.
What was he like?
He's like,
Everybody in the chat championing that she might have a B cup. That is not big boobs. Double D's are the beginning of boobs. Anything below double D is fine. Those are tits, but you can't call them boobs. A boob has 2 B's, 2 O's because there are at least 2 D's. That's the rule.
He said, Dad? What?
Hells only says stop
Wrong
being so
time.
demanding, Billy.
Hey,
Stop
you
being
said this
so
is not
accepting.
a fucking request show. Does that mean no requesting videos or no?
Bill Hicks says that's hate speech. No, that's real talk. We're here on Raw Time having real talk. I'm not hating her boobs at all. I didn't shit on
I'll be
Hells
right back.
Only for saying he knows she has cute tits. I'm sure she has cute tits. I'm saying we're not going to call them boobs. We need milkies. Boobs are milkies. Those are not milkies. She's got cute tits, I'm sure. But we're not going to be over here overinflating her milks and say that she has a B cup. You know what a B cup be? A B cup be about the size of a cup to dip one Oreo cookie in. Those are the type of milks I need for super duper dumper boobers, okay? When I'm talking super duper dumper boobers, I need double D's because those D's are right in the middle of udders. Now I'm talking utter disrespect. If you're trying to pull off even a single D, that's utter disrespect. As saying a single D is big sloppy tits. And like I said, I don't care about your lower tier perks. Your lower tier perks, B cups, fine. Your lower tier perks are great. But I'm talking about those upper tier floppers. Okay? And that's just how it is. I'm not denigrating tiny titty girls. Allowing Hell's Only to get away with saying they have cute tits. Okay? Your tits are cute. But they're not. They're not utter perfection. Starts at double D. And if you're a girl watching right now with breasts smaller than double D, I have no idea what I'm talking about. You're perfect.
All right. So I was wondering, you had your show out on the peninsula. When are you going to have one actually in Seattle?
Maybe after the album's done. I don't know. I'm not in a hurry to get back in. That was my buddy offering to put me on a show with him, and I like him, and I figured I'd jump on just to have an exercise.
Yeah.
Of getting back in because I hadn't done one since before COVID.
It's like doing an open mic night at the Funny Bone or whatever.
Blur, I didn't backpedal. I just reminded everybody that that was my opinion and it wasn't gospel. And my opinion can and will be wrong because oftentimes my opinion is not what I really think. Oftentimes I'm doing a bit. And if I was doing a tit bit, I was doing a tit bit.
They're requesting fucking.
When did I say that?
I don't know.
Okay. Raw time.
Yeah, what's this show all about anyway?
About me and videos.
And
what kind of videos do you play?
All kinds of videos. Dave gets to pick.
Okay, thanks.
Dave gets to pick.
Raw time.
Is Dave her boyfriend?
No, Dave was the guy who like ran the show. I don't even understand how he got it. It was usually like, you know, young women hosting it. I can only find a few episodes with her, but she's the best one. But they've had like multiple hosts. I think the show was on for like over 20 years too.
If I know what's going on, Dave took the class that taught him how to run the equipment, and he became the middleman between the studio and bringing girls onto his show. He found one girl that came on, probably someone he met out on 6th Street partying. He was like, I run a show. You should come on. It's Raw time. And then she comes in. He films her. She loses favor with Dave, or Dave gets another girl that's cheaper or more workable, brings them in. That's how public access usually works.
I know he owns the YouTube channel that all the old episodes that he at least has.
Yeah, I'm sure he just went to. If this is the same public access station that ran
Alex Jones,
then I'm pretty sure it runs like most public access stations run. It's publicly funded. To run a show, you have to go through a few classes to know what the station's requirements are for airing content.
Yeah.
And to air live content, you usually have to go through a couple of levels of classes before you're allowed to run the boards. But it's really simple stuff. Dave is probably the guy that ran the boards, and everybody else is just talent he brought in. Seth looks says, I miss public access. There was weird stuff you just don't see anymore. Public access became Twitch, YouTube. It became like YouTube is public access
in a way.
Gone wild.
Here's the Alex Jones video. We'll get back to the other video, but here's kind of a meme-ish.
Not the same.
Raw time.
Alex Jones, please. Alex Jones. 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 Alex Jones.
I'm sorry, can you say it one more time? I'm not catching it.
Okay, can you say it one more time?
Or something? I don't know.
Some Spurs.
Okay. Raw time.
Can I stick my ramrod in your ass?
Your what?
My ramrod.
Your ramrod? I don't know. We'll have to see. Raw time?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. She says that all the time whenever someone's like, you want to fuck or whatever. She's like, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. And then she hangs up on them and goes to the next call. It's pretty good.
Bitch, you're ugly. Fucking hoe. Oh, yeah, bitch. Ah, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Raw time.
I'm masturbating right now.
Well, I think a lot of people are. Raw time.
Fuck you.
It's weird because did you hear how quick that caller like reacted to her facial reaction? Because back then, like most of the TV was either over the air or it was like analog cable. So there was almost no delay from, I mean, there was some, but a lot less now than now with digital. There was way less delay between like broadcast to air. It's pretty interesting.
Well, usually when you call into these things, you have to mute your television.
Yeah.
You're not listening to the television. You're listening to the phone call directly through the phone.
Yeah, we heard the feedback earlier for sure.
Yeah.
Raw time.
Hello?
Hi.
How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good.
I like your show. It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Hey, don't cut me off there.
Hi, I'm just a guy from Austin, Texas that happens to watch Crocodile Hunter.
Ding dong, baby. Is this Babe Station?
I've got a huge penis. Would you like to fuck?
It's what's his name? Steven Dawson. Ding dong, baby.
Sometime. It'd be
It's
great,
more,
baby.
It's more Stephen Irwin, I think.
Autism powers.
Yeah.
He's trying to do his best Steve Irwin impression.
Okay,
This would have been popular around this time.
Or maybe not.
Who is it? You gotta tell us who.
First, it's going to be Kelly Willis, then Bjork, and Stretch Princess.
No, I think you're one ahead. It's Ramstein.
Oh, that's Dave.
Okay, never mind. I lied. It's Rammstein, Bewitched, and Colin Ray.
Yeah, and they skip it before it. Yeah. Oh, and then she has this dude as her co-host.
Hey, this is Tiffy, and you're watching Raw Time. We just picked this crackhead off the street, and so he's going to be my co-host for the rest of the night. First, we saw Rammstein with Du Haas, and it was Bewitched with, I'm not going to try to say that, and Colin Ray with Anyone Else. Let's go ahead and take some
Colin Ray was
calls.
with anyone else?
With anyone else.
Say la vie.
La vie.
La vie. Say la vie. Okay.
The hell does that mean?
Raw Time.
How would you like a penis platter with a side of hairy nuts?
That's very special. Raw Time.
Hey, what's going on?
I don't think any girl would want a penis platter with a side of hairy nuts.
No, I don't think so.
Unless she was into cannibalism.
What are y'all up to? Just hanging out, doing your show?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Bunch
it.
of crack, you know.
The guy on the, you're a drummer, aren't you? The guy on the right.
Yep, that's me. How'd you know?
Did you go to McCallum?
I was the jazz drummer at McCallum Jazz Band. Remember that?
Let me guess. You were, you didn't disconnect him, did you?
No, I think they hung up.
No, we're sure.
No, you're there.
Yeah.
So you guys were, you were the guy on the Wynton, when some of Wynton Marsalis.
Yeah. How did you end up on this show, man?
Yeah, I'm everywhere, dude.
That's
I'm
awesome.
so everywhere.
That's crazy.
How did you like the Wynton show, man?
That was awesome. It was incredible.
Well, I just got a call this afternoon from Jason Marsalis, who's, you know who he is, right?
Yeah.
The younger brother. And apparently Branford's going back on the road soon. So,
Really?
So we'll see if he comes through.
Wow, cool.
Good jazz coming through, man. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, how much longer are you going to be on the air tonight?
Huh?
How much longer are y'all on the air tonight?
Till
3.
Till 3.
Oh, awesome. All right. Later.
Hang out.
Raw Time.
Ain't that sexy?
You know, it helps if you can learn to speak English before you call in.
Raw Time. Raw Time.
Hello?
Hi.
I've been hanging on the phone a long time. I just want to tell how just kind of proud I am that just for you handling yourself very well. and how sorry I am in such a town that's supposed to be so intellectual that so many retarded people call up, and that you're doing a good job.
Thanks.
Okay.
I love it was like so normal just to use the word, you know?
Yeah, of course. This is back when people were still using the F slur normally too.
It's a very nice.
Everything was
nice
gay,
call.
and that was
Thanks.
cool to say things were gay. You'd watch pro wrestling, and the audience would chant full on hard double G at Gold Dust when he came out. The
Yes.
FA.
Raw time.
Yeah, I just want to say you're doing a lot better job than that stupid bitch that's usually on here.
Okay.
Well, that's a compliment, but still aggressive.
Well, you know, it's a different sort of thing. It's not quantitative, it's qualitative.
Raw time.
Yeah, this is Melissa from Mountain Dust Springs. Say what's up, Amy, and to my boo Solomon does the say what's up.
What?
That was just a
thanks.
There was a shout out.
A shout out.
One of the cool things back in the 90s is you would call radio stations or live TV shows and just shout out your friends that were also watching this stuff live with you.
Oh yeah,
'Cause you
I
couldn't
remember that.
You couldn't just AIM message them on AOL at the time. Maybe you could, but that wasn't you couldn't just like tag them on Instagram or something.
This was around the beginning of AOL shit, like
Yeah, this was social media. There would be phone numbers you would call and have group chat
Party
parties
lines.
talking to people, party lines. It was fucking the early age of social media. It was
Very much,
phone-based
and what's
social
up to
connection.
Raw time.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
How y'all doing?
What does it look like we're doing? You do have the TV on, am I correct?
Yeah, it looks like you're being a smartass.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, that's what we're good at, of course.
That's why they
Raw
hired
time.
me.
Hey, how's it going?
Fine.
What videos are you going to play next?
We actually have some really good videos coming up. Skinny Puppy, Meat Beat Manifesto, and KMFDM.
Which meat beat are you going to play?
Prime Audio Soup.
Cool. Thanks.
And for those of you 15-year-olds calling in, you should relate to that song a lot.
Raw time.
Do y'all fuck each other?
Who doesn't fuck each other? We're supposed to fuck. Raw time. Raw time.
Paul Wall.
Hey there. This is Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
How you doing?
Well, we're just doing great here.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
So
People sticking dicks and ass and licking cunts. It's just wonderful.
they're just full of that kind of stuff tonight, aren't they?
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Blixa says hello.
Huh?
Blixa says hello.
Hello, Bleeksai.
Well, enjoy the rest of your night. I just wanted to say hi.
Hi. Bye.
Bye.
Raw time. Raw time.
Hello?
Sticky believes that she has found this person on social media. I think respectfully, we're going to have to try and get her a date with King Cobra.
You're a fucking whore-ass bitch.
I'm very well aware of that. Raw time.
Philip, why don't you give Tiffy your Philly cheesesteak?
Like what? Here on the air?
Yeah, right on the air.
You just missed it. That was like 5 minutes ago.
And you know, that's how some of the other
Damn.
producers got
Right.
taken off the air. So
Raw time.
Oh,
Hello?
talking about the meta where the producers got in trouble for banging the girls they
Yep.
bring in.
Yep.
Ooh, sly meta.
Oh, hello?
Hi.
Came up here and rocks. Just want to say you're a stupid bitch.
Okay.
and your
time.
IQ equals what?
Hey, cancer patient. Yeah, you take off your hat. Cancer.
And your
Raw
IQ
time.
equals what?
And that's great. Raw time.
Better?
Yeah, I just want to say what's up to Zach and Jim. What's up?
What's
What's up?
Raw time.
I think that was the same girl who asked for or gave a shout out earlier.
Yep.
Look like you can suck some dick.
He's very good at it, actually. Raw time.
I'm glad she said it because I was about to, but I wanted to. Didn't want to take her flowers. I was like, I know she's about to put the dick sucking on him. Look at him look over her like angrily too. He's like, what?
Philip, weren't you on Dean's show?
I was on Dean's show. Yes, you're right.
Oh, man, I knew your faggot-ass face from somewhere.
That was probably school as well. Weren't you the one? Yeah, weren't you the one who kept trying to kick my ass in the halls?
No, I'm in school currently right now.
Oh, well. So who's kicking your ass?
Nobody.
And why is that? Somebody, if anybody's watching this show and hearing this idiot, please kick his ass in school. He deserves it.
They could
Thank you
try,
very much.
but you know.
Okay. Raw time.
Hey, call me after the show.
Raw time.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing.
You know who you look like? Kind of like Tracy Lords off of that damn Blade movie.
Damn.
I swear to God, it's pretty cool, man. Play some Lenny Kravitz. I'd like to hear that shit. Or some Tool.
Okay, well, maybe we will next time.
Thanks, babe.
Bye. Raw time.
Hey, do you have cancer or leukemia, dude?
Maybe both. I'm not sure yet.
No, I think he's talking to me because of the short hair.
You look like my nut, dude. Your head.
So you're
Your nut-
shaving down. Cool. I'm sure your boyfriend loves that.
Raw time.
Hey, Pale Rider, you look like a fishing lure.
Fishing lure? Okay. Raw time.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask if you, Tiffany, it's not a mean question, but are you, like, into witchcraft?
No. Maybe I should be, though. Raw time. That was very interesting. Raw time.
Actually, if you really must ask, my
A century, bud.
IQ is 156, bitch.
Okay, can you speak up? Raw time.
Hi. Yeah, you sure do put up with a lot of crap from these people.
Yeah, it's fun, though. I have to tell you. You should try it sometime.
Do you pick the videos that go on the show?
I got to pick a few this time, but usually Dave gets to.
Yeah, because country doesn't really seem like your kind of bag.
Well, I don't know. How do you know that's not the one I picked?
Well, you know, I mean, goth chicks rule, and you're pretty foxy there.
Okay, thank you. Raw time. Okay.
That was raw.
Raw time.
What color is your hair?
White and black currently.
Really? That's like really cool. I really like that.
Thank you. Raw time.
She's like, thank you. Next call.
Raw time.
By the way, guys, if you could help us, if you would be so kind as to start one last tip train. I know there's one of you out there that can get us.
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
Raw time. Hello.
Raw time. Raw time.
Shout out to Louis Pasteur for the King Cobra's cat bit finger.
We're at almost 95%. Thank you so much for helping us get this far. If you could please keep it rolling, we'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
Raw time. Okay, someone's been practicing. Raw time.
Hello?
Hello.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, I was wondering if you could maybe come toss my salad or something.
We'll have to call and make an appointment. Raw time.
Do you guys, like, have trust funds or something, or do you have jobs, or?
No, we just live on the street.
You live on the street?
I live out of my car.
You guys don't look like you live off the street.
Why not?
No, you guys look very, very well put together.
Cool, thank
What's the deal with the upside-down cross? On your
She's like, where? Like, up above me?
necklace.
It's not. It's a little shiny red thing, actually. I don't know what it is.
It's like a little cross, but it's got sort of faux rubies in it. It's actually really cool.
Tiffy looks like Betty Page.
Well, apparently everybody does in Austin. It's real popular these days.
Do you guys have jobs?
No.
Yes.
Tiffy doesn't?
No.
But Philip does?
I'm a musician.
You're a musician?
Yeah.
Professional?
That's me.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Hey, thanks for calling.
Raw time.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Great.
Hey, can you play some Dead Kennedys?
I don't know about that one.
How about some Operation Ivy?
We'll ask Dave about it. We'll see what we can do.
All right, thanks.
So you tell a lot of you before you call in and ask for videos. The videos are
We
already
need to make a
pre-selected
cover
by
band
our-
called Alive Kennedys.
The Alive Kennedys. I like that. The singer for Dead Kennedys ran for president a couple times on like a third party.
Jello Biafra.
Yeah. He's got a great voice. He's got a very weird voice that would have only have worked in his genre of music.
Producer before we even hit airtime. So, calling in and requesting, you can do that, but more than likely we're not going to be able to get to it tonight.
Raw time.
Are those spikes on your little bracelet thing there?
Yeah, I think so.
Why don't you slap Philip's flabby ass with those real quick?
I don't think he has enough money to pay me to right now.
Bitch.
Do you think there's some kind of... Do you think they get along? Like, what kind of
Philip
dynamic?
and Tiffy?
Yeah.
I'm sure, yeah, but...
She's made a
she's
couple
not gonna-
jabs at him.
Yeah, because she doesn't owe him shit. And if he was a real man, the type of man that she wants to be taken by, he'd just have to fucking push back a little bit and she would crumble. But he's not.
That.
Hi.
Hey, my name's Nikki. I don't know, these fucking weirdo people are really weird calling over here and shit. But I just want to ask you a question. I just moved over here from New Jersey and...
Big mistake.
We're in Jersey. We're in Jersey.
There's the whole thing where you can't tell a woman that by the way she's dressed that she's asking for it. This girl actually is dressed this way, asking for it.
No.
But she only wants it from a particular type of man. That's the problem.
Phil?
Most men aren't that type of man.
Is Phil?
Phil is not that type of man. She is 100% asking for it, and she'll fuck around and find it when that type of man responds. Every other guy that responds, trash, worthless to her.
It's down north. I was living with my grandparents. I've been moving around.
By the way, all those of you out there still watching, please join our Discord and use the channels that we have there to send us content. We could use some new content. Anything you're watching right now that you find interesting, maybe we can watch it and react to it. More old public access is always great. I actually watched this video not too long ago of people arguing about whether or not hell is real. These two they almost seem like black Hebrew Israelites, or at least one of them is. It's pretty great.
I really like public access
Yeah.
stuff. I probably
Late night public access TV was wild, man. Miss it.
Wow, man.
We had
yeah.
we had the piss hippie in Albuquerque. I showed you him before. The guy who drinks his own pee and he wore a loincloth.
I think public access has a whole lot to do with the person I am today.
Where in Jersey? What city?
And I forgot what the name was called. I was down there. I don't know. I moved so many times in California and New Jersey and New York and everything.
Sounds like you're lying.
Austin.
Bad luck. Well,
Everybody's saying that she wants it from Dave. I
Maybe
wouldn't be
she got it from
surprised
Dave.
if Dave got it off the bat. If there's one
I don't
thing
want
I
to
know,
assume.
I can assume. I said I wouldn't be surprised. If there's one thing I know about public access and low-level television programs, like the fucking one in Beverly Hills that Joe and I worked for, there is this weird level of desire that women get when it comes to this sort of production, where they get very aroused by the idea of being on piece of shit television show like this. It's a common occurrence. I wouldn't be surprised if her and Dave hooked up. Wouldn't be surprised if Dave used this as a platform to meet and greet girls. Wouldn't be surprised.
They wanted me to move down here and stuff because I used to be a big skater just like you. I used to wear the same exact clothes like you, and
A skater. Look how she's looking
but
up
it's really
like
cool.
skater.
You know, I see you on TV a lot. But the reason why I came down here is because I'm going to high school down here, and I'm graduating this year, and I'm going to be going to college, and, you know, I'm just trying to act cool, you know. But just want to tell y'all good luck, and people
I'm just trying to
that are
act
calling
cool,
us
you
asking
know.
really stupid questions, you know. I just think it's really pathetic.
For everybody else listening, this is a model caller. This is the type of person
Oh my God, Philip is Captain Buzzkill, right?
you should strive to be. Work on it.
Yeah, for you know, it's really retarded.
Phil is the
he sounds like a substitute teacher the way he was just talking.
Phil might actually be no, that's Rich. I was gonna say this might be the review tech, early review tech. But
No.
this is not review tech Rich. This is the same meta though. This could be Rich. This could be Mundane Matt. I'm pretty sure Phil right now has a YouTube channel somewhere where he wears glasses and talks about things like these other guys do. He's just built that way.
Well, y'all have a nice night, and I hope y'all have a good day.
And pleasant manners as well. Thanks for calling.
Raw time.
Phil sounds like he could be Sturgis's dad. Really?
Fine.
Why?
I think he's talking to you. It's so fun.
There it is. Go!
Baby. Rest easy, Justin B. Thank you, Justin Buckner.
Holy shit. Damn.
Fine, girl. Raw time.
Rich from Review Tech is cool. So is Mundane Matt. I like some Matt Jarbo.
We had Matt here, just last week. Wouldn't have him here if we didn't think he was cool.
I went and hung out with Matt since then.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was in the area, so I went and chopped it up with him for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Rich has been on the show before, too.
A long time ago, but and one time I had him scheduled and he had to cancel last minute. We just never had him again. But maybe again someday.
Matt Jarbo on Raw Time. Let's go. Let's see
Time.
if we can bring back Raw Time.
I wish. Look, and
what's
this goes
stopping
on
you?
for
What's
so
stopping
long.
you?
What?
What's stopping you from turning Drunken Peasants into a 24-hour-a-day public access channel?
Roll Call was our version of Raw Time. It was just Joe as the host.
But now we have to get a random angry goth girl to sit here and respond to everybody by telling them that they can or cannot fuck her. Bring back Raw Time. It's time.
Do I... let's see. Do I still have that? Raw Time. I do. I wish we had... I do wish public access... I think we're missing something, and this is going to sound boomer as fuck, but I miss the aspect of, instead of choosing everything we want to watch, having it fed to you and finding something new. I think to some degree we've like lost that, and that was kind of important. But I guess time will tell.
There is something about the overabundance of media probably destroying our attention span.
Well, it's like personalization of media, having exactly what you want fed to you and only like slight variations instead of like being fed something different and then like being like...
It's not even exactly what you want anymore. It's exactly what you fell victim to with the algorithm.
Sure.
It's not even about having access to everything you could possibly want. It's about having something that is going to pierce through your everyday sensibilities and grasp you, forced upon you now. Everything we have is probably coming to us because someone with a lot of money and influence is shoving it down our throats subtly so we don't complain about it.
Sure.
You guys are lucky you're here at Drunken Peasants. There's a reason why there's only 300 and something of you watching right now. Because you are outliers. You are survivalists in the corporate takeover of your mind space. We are basically pirate radio coming to you directly through the algorithm, giving you the last bite of realism you're going to taste for many decades. Enjoy it now. Savor it while you still can, because it's not going to last forever. At some point in time, the algorithm's going to stomp us out, or better yet, buy us out. Once we get bought out, it's over. We're going to be spewing the same bullshit everybody else spews.
And with that, I will bid you farewell, and I I added the roll call theme music to play us out. What does that mean to play us out? Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time. Sweet dreams.
There's always going to be a Joe to mess things up for you.
Warning, Joe is a piece of
I want to know, how would you make the best sandwich?
The best sandwich I know is the Italian sausage and pepper hoagie, and this is a stupid fucking question, you fucking piece of shit. Get the fuck off the phone.
I heard China they're shoving leeches up their asses now. Okay, I'm not commit suicide.
Ben, are you mad at me?
Yes.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.